extend the length of the match.
Oh, and we're underway. Looks like not a mirrored overworld, so that'll maybe help people a little bit. And both players going straight for the first open cave. They want their blue candle. Oh, it's not here. They got a blue dungeon instead. It's a blue dungeon.
With a map, and it's...
Ooh. You go.
Yeah, it's second quest level 2, and a free heart on the floor, so gonna have 4 hearts. 3 heart start is pretty nice as well. We're not gonna get any of those 1 heart shenanigans this time around.
Nope. These flags, you can start with anywhere between 1 and 5 starting hearts, and starting with 1 heart is very mean. So 3 is about average, and immediately going up to 4. Yeah, so that tells us we have second quest dungeons all the way from 1 to 6. And
yep. So you gotta hope for Shape's back half, because this can't be easy. Though, first quest level 7 is pretty much, I think, everybody's least favorite dungeon. And we can't forget about first quest level 9, because it can be absolutely brutal. As we have another heart under the arm.
So that takes our Armos item out of, I guess, out of the routing now. It was that close to start and merely a heart container. So, I wonder where these runners will head to next, because usually your plan is, well, let's get the free item under the Armos and then take it from there. Where would you head?
I would be hitting every open cave rich area that I could, as we find another dungeon up here at the Vanilla First Quest 100 secret.
Wow.
And, yeah.
With not even a candle, I wonder, no, Antlerz he's looking, alright. I mean, I would look too. Sometimes you get a free item on the floor, especially with Dungeon Heart Shuffle on. Makes that a lot more likely than it usually is. Ooh, Pactra's outside of 9.
This feels like first or second quest 3, and there's free silvers.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, this is definitely second quest 3, and free silvers. That's super nice. That means if you can find a bow early, you've got that repeatable weapon as long as you've got some money in the pocket. It does 4 damage, so that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's the only thing besides your bombs that will do magic sword damage. So that's wonderful. Of course, we don't know how rich or poor this seed will be yet. You know, your rupees are your arrows, but yeah, those free silvers are great. And there should be one other item in this 3. Now, he did explore... Wow, did you see the prices on that shop?
Yeah, they're pretty nice.
60 for a key, 61 for a bait, and I think 60 for an arrow, which they're not going to buy. It was funny that they all rolled so close to each other. But yeah, those are actually fairly low prices, so that'll help. That'll certainly help.
So these free silver arrows mean only one thing. Bow is on the coast, and the ladder is deep in 9.
Yep, absolutely.
With the wand.
Bow and wand in 9. I agree. Fred denies it, but he claims he hasn't biased the program to never make it easy. Nope, Fred knows. We might actually get a look at the coast item if maybe Antlerz... Nope, Antlerz is going left, it looks like. Maybe jkoper will head south.
I think jkoper will probably take this same route. Like to get these 2 checks out of the way, especially when you're up here, just because they're easy to forget. And so basically you can knock out, well, it's actually 3 or 4 checks here. Get them out of the way, make sure, and also you can kind of help figure out what the overworld setup is based off of how level 5. And there's the...
What? Bow and silvers are free? It's 4 minutes in.
Game.
Wow.
And jkoper making the same play. So this is one of those
him.
things, right? I don't make this play often. I don't come up here. And so this is one of those things where you got to be thinking, dang, I just got this bow. Maybe I have a lead because my opponent didn't get it. Or if you get it later on, you're like, oh man, how bad am I dying here?
Right. But I mean, getting it at 4 minutes, you can't feel behind. Oh, and jkoper there. So I was also about to bring up, I'm like, now, I do remember there being an any road in the waterfall, and, Antlerz avoided it to to get his bow, fortunately. I wonder if jkoper will. No, of course not.
Yeah, we actually saw the any roads there pop out at second quest 4, and we had the first quest 5, so we are on a first or second quest mixed overworld.
Interesting. So that could possibly make, Recorder and Power Bracelet more valuable. Although we've already found 2 dungeons, so...
You know what's really infuriating here, though, is you got a bow and silvers at 5 minutes, but you got no rupees.
Right, isn't that funny? They found a bow and silvers before their first rupee, both players.
And we have another dungeon here on the coast.
Oh, wow.
Like, please, just give me a free fiber. I don't care about bombs. Give me a free fiber.
Yeah, right? For the first time ever, I just want a rupee. So this is... Oh, Antlerz finds a fake wall.
Interesting.
Of course, now that we know that second quest is in the first half, the fake walls could be anywhere. Except, of course, the dungeons that they won't normally be in.
Yeah, it kind of looks like level 6, but won't know too much till later.
The little hook at the top of second quest 6? Oh, there's a coast item.
Yeah, Red Ring is nice. I'll take that anytime. But yeah, it looks like the little hook, which is kind of going to block him into... Hey, there we got to walk through...
jkoper thinks about it and takes an early potion. I guess he figures he's already got the white sword item. He doesn't really need the hearts for anything else.
Yeah, that walk-through wall definitely says level 4.
Oh, 4. Yeah, I was going to say, actually, that second walk-through wall, there would be no room there in level 6. Oh.
Yeah. Or, this could be Shape's back half. It's possible.
Yeah.
We've been bamboozled by a level that was kind of a mutated D that was a Shape.
Yes. So. Oh man, those are the most fun shapes as a player, where you think you know where you're going and then you don't.
I'm waiting for the day when we're in Shapes and we get a vanilla shape.
Somebody's got to screenshot it if anybody ever sees it. I would love that.
So jkoper also going to discover the red ring here. So that's super nice, but it's not necessary, obviously. But if I get a ladder, I'm probably, and there's a level there anyway, I'm getting the red ring.
Especially if you have to come back to this level. Now, Antlerz takes the same potion with no hesitation. So I can think of at least one good reason for that off the top of my head. Players don't know the red bubble curse, and even if they think that they are young and invincible, the red bubble curse in these Elite 8 flags that would be the magical sword bombs. Don't want those. But the red bubble curse could be swordless, which would be effectively free, but it could also be slow motion. And slow motion is really bad, and also disables block clipping, pretty much. So it's the worst. And Fred doesn't... wow, another dungeon in an open cave. Is that 5 dungeons in an open cave?
I think so. That's really nice. You know what this means? We're going to get some good blocks. That Triforce is tempting just to figure out what dungeon you're in as well, but Antler's going to head on in.
Yeah.
Man, a nice staircase with Pulse Voice, but we still don't have a rupee.
Yeah, I was going to say, if I just had one arrow. So jkoper is now exploring more of the level that you think might be, might be 4. Maybe he'll give you... I wonder what he's trying to do in this room.
Maybe he's trying to hit a walk-through wall would be my guess, but that's gonna be a tough sell. All right, we're gonna get a check here. See what Triforce this one is. That is level 8.
Oh? I was going to say, I know it's in the first quest 8 slot, but I was waiting for you to say something because I wasn't sure if second quest would move it. Or if second quest, or I don't know anymore.
That verifies shapes as well, as Fury is also pointing out in chat. So we have second quest first half, shape second, the dream. We're just missing the mirrored overworld, unfortunately. But that actually hasn't been very prevalent this weekend. We've had a lot of normal overworlds, so we'll see if we can pick one of those up in game 2.
Oh, that'd be nice. It's mirrored overworld is an entirely different experience. It's not just simply mirrored. It changes the screen wraps, so you have to do the up to get to vanilla level 5. It changes the way you do world wraps. It makes the raft only half as good as it used to be. Mirrored Overworld is dramatically different and a lot of fun, and I think harder as well.
I actually kind of like it. Once you get oriented, it's not too bad. You actually have pretty good access to a couple of the Armos screens. Mm-hmm. But on top of that, you can scroll Death Mountain and scroll to the waterfall, which is so fun.
Good. Yeah. Yeah, and being able to screen scroll from the grave to the Lake Armos is fantastic as well. Yeah, some of the screen scrolls you lose are sad, but some of the ones you gain are amazing. Yes.
Yeah, like level 1 to the Fairy Fountain, always nice. You can scroll to Vanilla 2. You can scroll to Vanilla 7. Like, there's a lot of really cool things that you can do.
Certainly. So, jkoper feels like he's behind Antlerz here. You can't really say somebody's ahead or behind, but he's doing everything Antlerz did right after Antlerz.
Money!
Hey, 33 arrows! Hooray!
Shoot that guy, and he gets a bomb.
Oh, and he gets a bomb. Must be nice.
Up a save.
Where was the start screen again? Lost Hills, I think?
I don't care. I am saving so I don't hit a pay door and lose my bombs at the same time.
There's an expensive key there. We're not going to buy that one. If we buy any.
Yeah, so Shapes and Second Quest first run, that could always cause some key issues as well. So we'll see how that plays out as we have more money!
Lovely! Yay! But yes, no, you're right though, actually, because Second Quest has many more key doors than First Quest, and
Shapes.
Yeah, and Shapes, and Fred keeps the vanilla key counts from the original dungeons, so there's going to be a shortage of keys.
Yeah, definitely got to play it safe. In Shapes, especially when you have like Shapes 7 and 8, there could be a lot of extra key doors just thrown in there, and 9. So you really got to be careful with your key count. And we're running into all of those pay doors. We're down to 27 arrows now, unfortunately.
Did you see what jkoper just did on the left there? He found a take any and chose to just leave it. So rather than take the free heart container, he's like, okay, I'll come back here for a potion if I use my first one.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. I've actually never seen that, but I believe it. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, at this point, you have to be confident playing with 6 hearts and green tunic. It sucks, believe me, but we saw Saber do a 4-heart game. You got to be confident just to do it. And the other thing is, that the red ring's on the coast, and you're likely to find a ladder. So
that's true.
You basically have 24 hearts. At that point, you can give up even to the mugger rooms. You can give up hearts, and it really doesn't matter too much.
Yeah, that's a good point there. I forgot about that red ring on the coast already. That certainly helps.
So we're getting some different checks. Antler's going to check here. Oh, think second, because it's definitely going to be a whistle spot at level 2. Still trying to find a candle. We need a burn device.
Yeah, so jkoper here doing the Lost Woods with no bombs and no candle, feels bad. But you gotta. He's just looking for an open cave to get some money, or looking for that blue candle. At this point, it's going to be in the last place they look, which Death Mountain.
Yeah, it's going to be east of or west of Vanilla 9 at the medicine shop, and that's about what's left at this point. Really, they've hit most of the overworld.
Yeah, I think Antlerz did the Armos spot near I'll call it the Grave Armos. I think he did that, but yeah, there's really nothing left. So Antlerz now I think is going to take his 25 arrows, and this was a dungeon, so he's heading here with purpose. This was Vanilla 3?
3. He's got to have a key to continue down south, but he should be able to clear some of these rooms and hopefully get a return on his rupees.
He's going to be blocked in only one room, I think, with a Pactra. The Pactra is going to require the wand, and I hope, for his sake, it's not blocked. Ooh, okay. So we're going to need some stairs.
Wait, hold on.
Hold on.
Okay, never mind. That is high enough. I was like, is this a shape? No, that's right. I forgot it's offset down by one room. So yeah, the Pactra can't clear, which actually could be the staircase that goes to the other side. But that's diagonal staircase room in 3 is pretty rare too. this is more likely to be it.
Wall masters are usually good friends for money. Oh yes. Not proving me wrong there. Making a slight profit. So look, jkoper's heading to that only open cave. He knows where his free blue candle is, and it looks like you need the free blue candle too. Wow.
This is the worst thing about Second Quest 3, is that there are so many key doors, and they can be in such a bad spot. Which means that we have a possibility as well, that I think we entered from the very top, or maybe the meat block was at the top, but there could be a meat block in that left or right hand side.
There could be. It would have to be in the bottom of the L, wouldn't it? Or at the very, very top. I think you're right.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Yeah.
Oh, is it jkoper? Yeah, he got it from the only spot left it could be. So now, and then he burned a moblin and did not get bombs. Oh, I see. Oh, bombs on the start screen. Except he needs rupees too. So Antlerz now. Nice. Yeah. 15 rupee bombs, not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, potion shop. So Antlerz now digging yet another level. He's got bombs, he's got rupees, a couple of them, not many, and he wants a key. Ooh!
Hello!
Very big secret near the start.
Yeah, and level 2 is a good place to be. It actually has a lot of keys in it. I would test the bubbles here, and then... Yeah, so slow-mo.
The worst one.
The best one? What are you talking about?
Yeah, right, it is. Best one for us, I guess. We're watching, so yes. Slow.
Gotta go fast, so let's move half speed.
Mm-hmm. So, wow. So I wonder if Antlerz will look for an item in that too. Maybe not. If I remember correctly, he didn't get a floor item or a stair item, so everything is still in there. No.
We did get a heart container off the floor, so he's looking specifically for a staircase. And seeing that Dig Dogger makes me really kind of want to just bail.
Oh yes, okay. You are right. You are right. So.
And he's also heading to what is the last cave available. So he's going to pick up his candle, find that bomb shop, find the large secret, and we're going to be on pretty good even terms here. Mm-hmm. And just got to find, where these other dungeons are hiding, and then kind of make an attack plan going from there.
I think it's going to be really close because with that early offense, the free bow and silvers. I don't want to call anything ever free, but that bow and silvers is it was free. I don't think it's going to ever. Antlerz entering that cave from the top. Nobody's ever entered Death Mountain from the top or Spectacle Rock from the top before. But I don't want to ever call anything free, but just both players having that combat will keep it close, I think, because there have been seeds where I've seen one player get too far ahead of the other because one of them has a way to kill things and the other one doesn't, But obviously not this game, not after the first 4 minutes.
Yeah, and the other thing, granted, so we have First Quest Overworld too, or First Quest
Mix. 2 big secrets.
I was actually getting ready to say the thing that you have to be wary of whenever you get an early bow and silvers is blowing all of your money really quick. But with that, it's going to be pretty hard. You're going to be able to afford a bomb upgrade if you want, and some other things as well, and still be able to use your rupees.
Yeah, absolutely. Or keys. jkoper's the first person to find a small key at 18 minutes. He just bought it. A very favorably priced small key.
I'm
that will
in agreement, yes.
Yeah, that will let him do 5 different dungeons. Yeah, so he accidentally pirouetted that bomb door open just by coincidentally entering on the correct side.
Indeed. I would probably save my key after purchasing one, just because, again, with so many doors, but also it takes time to get back to where you were, so there's kind of that decision-making, but man, I hate using a key and then it just leads to a blank room.
Oh, absolutely. I think jkoper on the overworld is only 4 screens away from the start screen. The start screen was that bomb shop in the forest, so he's at Monocle Rock right now, in the other blue dungeon. He could have done a save and quit, just to keep the key, and then maybe tried spending the key in a couple different dungeons. but he might also be thinking, gotta go fast, can't delay.
And we got a Triforce, which is going to be nice. We'll be able to figure out what dungeon we're actually in here. And Antler's back in level 2, finds a staircase. It is unfortunately just a transport. Oh, that's 1. So that's a Shapes 1. Yeah, I would be saving. That way I can explore with my key doors.
Wait, did you say Shapes 1?
It's alright, second quest 1.
Yeah.
My bad.
Wait. So, yeah, so he is going back. So we're looking for 1 item in a staircase and 1 item on the floor?
2 items on the floor.
Oh, 2 on the floor.
The 1 in the staircase will be in level 2 here, which is what Antlerz is currently looking for. As we find a reverse C, this has the possibility of being a drop or a push block room from level 3.
Because it has both a drop and a staircase? Yep.
Yep.
You were right. You were right.
That's the compass room from level 3. And it's the boomerang! I'll take it.
Yeah, I would say I will absolutely take that in Swordless. That's fantastic the earlier you find it, and it's still early.
Yeah, so it looks like the rest of that level 1 is blocked by not only a key, but a bunch of blue dark nuts.
Oof. And unfortunately, we can't count that as a wand block, because you can always bomb them. So it could end up just being unfortunate combat blocked. Yeah, and that's rough.
You only pray, and you hope that they're 12 HP, and that you have to clear another room of them, and another room.
Yeah, right. It's a bad feeling when you have 8, or heaven forbid, 7 bombs to kill 6 blue dark nuts that require 4 bombs each. And you're like, ooh, I have to hit them with like 3.5 bombs, or my bombs have to hit 3.5 dark nuts apiece, and it's messy. And then of course you go through the next door, and there's just more of them. Bomb upgrade required seeds. Yeah, it's to get the wand, you know, of course. While we're being mean, all that to get the wand. It's
So here's the next dream, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is the possibility of a meat block in the lower right-hand corner of this level.
Yeah.
jkoper gonna get the bad news here too, that gonna have to have a key to get to this Triforce as well. So he's really going to be a pretty big factor overall in the seed thus far.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you said it right away. You know, second quest and Shapes both lend themselves to key shortages, and it's happening.
Alright, Antler's gonna go back to this dungeon on the coast.
This was the one we think is 4?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. Sounds right. Looks right. So if it is second quest 4, that would give it 2 items and 2 stairs, and a third on the floor, which of course could be heart containers.
Yeah, I mean, that's the dream.
Could be
right?
3 heart containers. Yeah.
We'll clear second quest 4 for 3 heart containers and just wish you had your life back.
Dark nuts. Can't kill them with a bow, can't stun them with a boomerang.
I'm gonna test the waters here. And they can go down in 1 bomb. That's nice. Good bombing here.
No key for clearing the room, though.
He does have a key, though. So
he's got 1, yeah.
And guy ain't even gonna mess with the blue dark nuts. Hey!
Free item. So that's a recorder for Antlerz. He's gonna maybe try the boomerang, see if these things... Nope.
Nah.
They rolled up. How far up?
We don't know.
Wow.
It's a candle shot.
Well, not 4.
I mean, yeah.
Missed a couple arrows, too.
Silver arrows would get him no matter what, but man, yeah. Sucks missing your candle shot. I hate when they just like, I'm gonna flutter down at an angle. Oh, no, I'm gonna fly straight. Have a nice day.
Yeah, right?
jkoper buying another key. I really hope he saves this one. Yes, there's a lot of money on the overworld, but definitely it's so close to start in this level 1 that I feel like it's worth saving.
Yeah, you think the arrows... So, I'm looking at that... I mean, yeah, it could still be 4. Could still be 4, yeah.
Alright, but he's gonna go try to bomb these dark nuts. Let's see what we got here for HP. Is it 3 the Dream? It is 3 the Dream!
Oh, good.
Hey! If I can bomb all down at least, that's nice.
I'm watching jkoper's Dark Nut combat here. Looks amazing the way he's leading him around the room.
Yeah, he's doing a great job.
Very nice hit. Ooh, and he's rewarded with a staircase. I hope it's got a good item for him.
This will be transport in level 1.
I jinxed it. Oh, there's the confirmation. It's level 4.
It's the D!
The bigger D. The D they didn't start with, yeah.
It is definitely a D, that is for sure. Second Quest 4 is no fun.
No. It's, I don't maybe want to spoil it for anybody. Oh, see, and shoot, Room. It's got one of my favorite trolls in Vanilla Second Quest. I don't want to maybe spoil it, but, yeah, dungeon that size... even in Randomizer, it tends to be a little mini level 9-ish. Doors not... Oh, and a raft! So that's one of our floor items in Dark Blue Dungeon. Huh. But you know, a dungeon this size, it tends to have... Yep, Antler's paying the life instead of the arrows. Definitely.
jkoper, yeah, he's gonna get a key back for his key, which is nice. Unfortunately, ladder blocked out of the rest of this, but he does have the one other room to check to the south there at the beginning. But yeah, I mean, like, and you got like one-way walls too, like one-way walkthroughs in level 4, which can really screw you over. I guess we have this room, so he's gonna check this out.
How do you even get to that Triforce room, I wonder? Nice damage boost. I love it.
Oh, and the blue dark nut is the last enemy. That's rough.
Yeah. That is rough. So there's no way to, Oop, could this be one of our 2 item stairs?
Yeah, or it could be a transport. It's an item.
Oh!
It's a ladder!
That's big! So ladder, you know, could be blocking things. The ladder is, in my opinion, much more likely to block something in Second Quest or Shapes, which is what we have today. And also, it just makes things go faster, you know? So many rooms, obviously, have water in them, and when you can just go straight through the middle of the room, it's faster than walking around the room. So, oh, and a bomb upgrade. He wants it? He wants it! Ooh, 4.
Yeah, I use it no bombs. I'll take that every time of the week.
Wow, great. So he gets...
And we get red ring for picking up the ladder.
Oh, that's right. That's right. How did I forget that? My favorite item in the whole game, the red ring. So, yeah, actually. Wow, so that ladder, it's going to mean red ring. It's going to mean really... Wow, yeah, he's that much closer to being maybe unstoppable. Discover the 9 dungeons and discover... Because he's got Recorder too, I believe?
Yes, he does.
So, he's very quickly, you know, compared to the number of items he's found, finding all the ones that could stop him from beating the game. Yeah.
How convenient, a dig dugger in a possible stair room, and we just got a recorder from this dungeon.
So jkoper found 9. It was in the burn spot northeast of Vanilla Level 1.
Nice. Good find.
Yeah. I didn't see the entry room for Level 9, though. Oh, looks like Antler's found the only way to get over to the compass part of the level. He still wants, he still wants to look for...
I love all the walkthroughs. They're just terrible.
jkoper, meanwhile, buying another key.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Wow. Is that the only way to get... Well, he hasn't tried all the walls yet, but that might be the only way to get to the Triforce.
Okay, Fury's saying that there's a normal door.
Okay.
I guess I missed. That would have been fantastic.
Oh, man. 12 rooms deep in level 4, and you have to go through that many dark nuts. That would be insane.
We're still looking for that last staircase.
Mm-hmm. He wants to leave no stone unturned. It could be the wand.
Oh, is that a raft spot?
I think it is.
Oh my gosh, raft required at
Wow.
level 4.
Raft required for whatever level this is. So, where did jkoper get that raft again? Dark Blue Dungeon?
1.
Oh, level 1? Yeah, you would definitely know if Dark Blue Dungeon was level 1. Oh yeah, it was Triforce piece, right? So, wow, level 1's not a very big dungeon. I wonder if Antlers might find something that would cause him to not dig the raft out of 1. Like, what if Antlers finds the wand here, and then thinks, oh, wand, bow, silvers, stepladder, I'm done. Nah, recorder. I don't know. He won't leave that raft behind. He'll do 1. But wow, raft required. So how many dungeons have we found? We've obviously found 1, 2, and 8, and 4.
And this one, and 9.
And this one, and 9, yeah.
And 3.
And this one, and 3. Oh, you're right, yeah, we've definitely found 3, because it's got that L shape. So yeah, so 5 is outstanding?
Yeah, and I think this is probably shape 7. Oh, you were just saying!
Oh my goodness. I didn't mean it. I hope I didn't just curse Antlers. Wow. So that wand was buried deep in 4. So now both players have an item that they could potentially miss. jkoper would have to go super deep into 4 for that wand. Oh my goodness. Meanwhile, the floor item in 1 is a raft, which turns out to be required.
No, this is second quest level 6.
This is second quest 6. Alright.
That is given away by that staircase that he just went into. That drop in the upper corner, that is the second quest ladder stair room.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, like, that level's there, and with the wand, there's no reason, and a red ring, I will clear that dungeon every day of the week.
Yeah, man, so the ladder was right outside the coast item today. Wow.
Right, yeah, so red ring, ladder, wand, yeah, just no keys, which sucks, but dang.
Both players running a little bit low on rupees. It's what you said, oh, free bow, free silvers, we got damage. So much for swordless, right? Yeah, but when you start using it as your primary weapon, you go broke. And looks like that's happening to both players now. Yeah. Oh, Antlers did a save and quit and is checking recorder spot. Oh, the third and final big secret. What was I just saying about being broke? Never mind.
Yeah, now he can afford a key if he really wants to buy a key, so that's super helpful also.
Mm-hmm. jkoper having purchased 3 keys so far, I think. He purchased 3 items out of shops, and I saw that the first 2 were definitely keys. So, yeah, wow. Okay, Antler's getting the info on level 9. So now he knows as well. Just pirouetting the bomb door open for the future. Yep.
Yeah, and so he's either going to think first quest, obviously gotta be first quest or shapes, but if he remembers that level 8 layout, he's gonna know its shapes. Mm-hmm. And the level 6 shoot room, always entertaining.
I think I heard somebody say something about that particular shoot room in Second Quest 6 having a fairly reliable location in the left side there. The randomizer can't choose to put it in other spots. Is that right? Yeah, this room right here that jkoper's in.
Yeah, so basically, the way the drops work is there are 4 locations in each dungeon assigned in the game to have a drop location per dungeon. Now, not all of them are used in vanilla, but there are some unique ones like that, which is unique to Second Quest level 6. So basically, the randomizer is only going to use original vanilla rooms, even when creating shapes. So if you only have First Quest rooms on, you're only ever going to see rooms that are available in vanilla level 1, and the drops will be in those same locations for the most part. But yeah, so basically it can shuffle some things around. But like with pure Second Quest, you're going to know where the drop locations are, and so you can use that to determine where you're at.
I've got to learn some of those things myself, because if I see an item appear, in the corner, one spot to the left, I know I sometimes don't learn anything from that. I don't assume, Second Quest 6, here we go. No, useful information for every Zelda 1 randomizer player.
Hey, we were talking about he needed an NP.
There it is. So jkoper got that out of was probably First Quest or Second Quest 1. Do you think it was?
No, that's not Second Quest 1. That's level 8.
8. Oh right, yeah. He had to try. He relearned from the Triforce. Antlerz, meanwhile, in the bright magenta dungeon, he got here from the recorder in the First Quest 2 spot. So recorder required, raft required already. And that was bombing Wizrobes.
Only 2 bombs required for blue Wizrobes, so they rolled low, which is really nice.
I like it when Wizrobes roll low. Almost as much as when they roll not in the seed. I love finding them never.
Yeah, and this is definitely a Second Quest 5.
Mm-hmm. Second Quest 5, any key and heart container. So 2 stair items, that would absolutely make it 8. Yeah. Well, given the other choices have been eliminated, yeah. jkoper did pretty good in that level 8. Fury in chat was saying, lack of ladder was giving him difficulty. And yeah, it certainly was. And for him to get the Triforce and 2 stair items out of it without the ladder was pretty good. If Antlerz ever decides to go back to 8 for that any key, he'll probably do it faster. But I don't know if he will, because, wand silvers, bow, step ladder, you're done. You're thinking Triforces and runs. So I don't think he's going to have any reason to go back to 8. He's not looking for anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's a floor drop, so you really don't want to take the time digging that out, especially if it shapes 8 when you don't have a map.
Oh, no, yeah.
That's no fun. Nice freeze here. He's going to be able to clear this room with 2 bombs and get a compass.
Did you see the way he waited a second until the Wizrobes were within bomb range to pick up the clock? Very nicely done. Yeah. Not just grabbing the clock as quickly as he could. So... Oh.
God, all these rooms are just terrible.
Second Quest 5 has 2 connector stairs, and they're both required. It looks like it's a little linear walk through the middle of the Z. No, it's all solid walls. And in the randomizer, no, it's all solid walls. Solid walls and combat blocks. Ooh, Red Wizrobe helps him out with some ammo. Room does not help him out with a staircase. So I wonder if jkoper is going to... Oh, I see. He's just cleaning up the Triforce here. With no wand... So we've only seen 1 item in 3? No heart container that wouldn't be tracked? Oh, Antlerz getting the bad news. Connector stair required.
Yeah, I think that blocks our second item as well. We just saw the blue boomerang on the floor there. Gotta love it when the blue bubble runs away from you.
Yeah. Oh, the blue boomerang was on the floor in level 5?
Yeah, that piece NSU room that he cleared had the blue boomerang.
Now with his wooden boomerang, he probably want to dodge it. I mean, with his wand, he might not be using it much anyway, but... Oh, this is... No, not his connector.
Alright, so
jkoper found the bait block in a spot where it won't be blocking anything.
the Patra Room holds our second item.
I think by now, with Antlerz having found 5 and jkoper having found 7, that we know that it's raft required and recorder required. Nothing behind that Pactra could be important, right?
Yeah, we see what's up here, Fury. It's this room and the Triforce room. So, but it can't be anything important. You're right. It doesn't matter what it is at this point. It's of no consequence. We know where the any key is. We have the bow, the ladder, the silvers, the red ring, and the wand. So it can't be anything useful, really. Other than maybe a book. If it's a book, I would pick it up just because I still got to deal with Shapes 9.
Absolutely. Last night I saw a race. I forget which one it was, and I don't want to spoil it, but I was surprised to see the runners take the book when they already had the wand, and most of the Triforce pieces even. But absolutely, yeah. It was a Shapes back half as well, and Shapes 8 is awful, Shapes 7 is awful, and Shapes 9 is awful. So yeah, the information is absolutely worth it.
Alright, this should be our item staircase here in level 5.
Item staircase and maybe false wall or bomb wall to get our Triforce, because there was a solid wall keeping him from progressing the other direct direction.
And
the slow walk to the red candle. I guess with the wand, you don't really want that. Wait, doesn't he want to go...
Well, the Triforce is back this direction.
Oh, I had the compass dot and the link dot mixed up. Whoops.
Ooh, this is a fun room. At least the virus died to a arrow, which is nice.
Yeah.
But doing blue whiz ropes on slow mode is not exactly super fun.
He's going to try to trade those blue whiz ropes for Vires. jkoper now finding all the keys. Oh, he might get away with it. Is that Vire in the lowest enemy slot? This room is going to respawn with a single enemy.
And
yes. Lucky
and
him.
ladder required.
Ladder officially required, not just for speed reasons. Interesting. So that means that level 4 is looking better and better. It'll give you the red ring, the ladder, and a wand.
Yeah, it's kind of the and the recorder, which is required. It's kind of the dragon horde in this one.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Alright, so I think we're still looking for a level 7, just to make Fury feel a little bit better there in chat. So Power Bracelet could possibly be required.
Could, yeah. Sometimes having no level numbers can be confusing to me, especially when I see, blue dungeon, the other blue dungeon, light blue dungeon. Now remember, this seed, level 4 was blue. So we do have 3 blue dungeons in this seed. Just saying.
We had like 5 gray the other night. I'm like, are you serious? Like, come on.
Yeah, it's true. Eat my stealing chat. It may take Antlerz a bit to get to the raft spot once he does finally find it. Oh, actually, this is level 1 right here, isn't it?
Yes, this is level 1. So he is going to find that raft.
Looks like, if I remember correctly, jkoper's found the Triforce in this room? No, the Triforce was in a Dodongo. Yes, it wasn't a... No, Antlerz!
No, that's good. It lets him know what dungeon it is. He'll go back in. And also, he's got a ladder, so he can progress past the ladder block. Oh my goodness, he is going to walk out. That's interesting.
That's what I was afraid of when we saw jkoper finally when I saw Antlerz find the wand in 4, because with bow, silvers, recorder, all this other good stuff he's got, he's thinking, oh well, the only things that could potentially block me are the power bracelet and the raft, and what are the odds? 100%.
Hey, it's Elite 8 randomizer flags. There's always gonna be a raft spot.
Yep. Even in mirrored, it's going to be the other raft spot.
Well, it's just, yeah, it'd be the vanilla 4 like it is now, just to screw with you. We had one where it was both of them. You're like, oh, it's okay, we scrolled over, we don't need it. And then you needed the other one, it was buried like in a Shapes 8. It was great.
Oh my goodness, yeah. I saw a match come down to an item that was hidden in a very unlikely spot that I think surprised everybody watching and both runners. It was, it's a lot of fun to see. Oh, and there's that Triforce jkoper's been looking for this whole time. So jkoper, I think, found the heart container in 2 as well, so he knows he's completely done there. And I think maybe, except for a floor item in 8, he knows he doesn't have to go back to anything now. Whatever he's looking for, he will find in 4, 5, 6, and 7. And he's actually correct about that, if I'm right in thinking what he is thinking. Antler's cleaning up his Triforce in 3 as well. I didn't see, did Antler's try to kill the Pactra on his way to that Triforce? Because he does have the wand.
Yeah, he had a heart container at a level 3 out of the Pactra room.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, guaranteed to be inconsequential, but now we have confirmation. To answer a question from Dark Falls in chat, Raft blocked a level, actually. It's probably a Shapes 7 that it blocked. So, jkoper, having got the Raft out of 1, had exclusive access to that. Whereas Antlerz, who had the bow, silvers, wand, and stepladder and recorder, all before finding level 1, he found level 1, grabbed the Triforce, and ran, because he assumes that, no overworld blocks left, certainly not with the amount of overworld he's explored. Both players found a lot of dungeons very fast. Neither player has done Death Mountain at all. Antlerz might be on his way now, actually. So given that, there's all of Death Mountain left and many other overworld spots blocked by the recorder, Antlerz may be thinking, I don't need that raft. I don't even know where the raft is. But he does.
Yeah, and he's going to do these Death Mountain checks. And what we found, I think, was level 6, Second Quest 6 over there on the raft spot. So we're still missing level 7. Which, again, is outstanding. So the power bracelet very much could be required, but we do have a lot of spaces left on the overworld to check. We have most of the recorder spots. We have all of Death Mountain. So there's a lot of places.
Yeah, absolutely right. I forgot, we have not seen all 9 dungeons yet. We've seen, would you agree, 8? 8 dungeons?
Yes, we have seen 8 dungeons.
And by the way, that message, vote Zelda Randomizer for the next GDQ, it happened. I wonder if Fred will change the message now.
Again, actually, the person of characters is pretty close. Lots of bombs here for Antlerz, meaning he can clear this entire Death Mountain, which in mixed requires a lot of bomb.
Indeed. Just about every screen has a bomb spot, except for the one that has a power bracelet spot. Yeah, that's... yeah. Or I should say has the potential to. Not all of them will open, of course. Unless all of them open, So both players doing Death Mountain at the same time now, and this is interesting. So jkoper found level 4 on the coast, which is, loaded with items, stepladder, wand, and recorder. And stepladder gives you the red ring on the next screen over. So it's really got 4 items, right? And being Second Quest 4, he knows it's going to have 3 items in it, so it would be a good place to look for things. And Antlerz dug that 4, got rewarded with everything he could possibly want that the overworld didn't give him already, and jkoper is choosing to look for other dungeons instead of dig the dungeons he's already found.
Well, it's one of those things that got found real early, and I've forgotten dungeons that I found real early as well. I'm not saying that he's forgotten it, but it's one of those things where it was super early, and so you're like, well, I'm still missing dungeons. Let's see what I can find versus spending time in someplace I've already been. And nothing on Death Mountain.
Wow. So I wonder where that last level will be. Still too many possibilities to even guess. Let's make it a power bracelet block.
Yeah, and I mean, then where's the power bracelet, too? There's not a lot of places left. We have items in 6, the extra item in 1, and then the floor item in 8 left, basically.
Right. Yeah, one player or the other has picked up every other item.
Let's stock up on bombs. jkoper also going to find out the bad news that Death Mountain is a big bust.
Yeah, so Antlerz now... so close to that second quest 6, but so far away.
Yeah, and he's running out of options at this point, and so he's going to have to start checking levels for things. And I think level 1's probably... level 1, or I guess second quest 8, or not second quest 8, but Shapes 8. There's 3 items in there. That's another good place to check. So we'll see where he decides to go. But 1 is probably going to be the location.
Yeah, 8 has more items by count, but 1 will have the fastest item. So I would totally get the floor item out of level 1 first, especially because I didn't even look at level 1 if I'm Antlerz, right? He ran in there, he went up, Dodongo, Triforce, Bail. There could be keys in there, there could be anything in there, you know? Anything except Ganon and Zelda. So yeah, I would totally go do that 1.
Well,
I think, yeah, maybe 8 after that.
He's also only got 1 key, which he has to spend to progress in level 1, so that could be a limiting factor as well. He's getting real close to second quest 8 here, or second quest, I keep saying second quest, Shapes 8, but he's also checking these whistle spots, so I imagine that he's going to finish this route, do the Dead Woods, and then the 2 whistle spots at the grave, and then kind of make a decision from...
Yeah, he's certainly doing it the most efficiently. Having had the recorder all along, he can check all of these spots as he goes. Oh, and there's our last dungeon! So 2 different dungeons are recorder blocked. That's not too unlikely with a mixed overworld. So this would be the Shape 7, right? By process of elimination?
And there's another bomb upgrade, Hick, yeah! I'd actually hold on to that, and what he's doing.
Yeah. Spend all your bombs, go back and take the refill, yes.
Yeah, very, very wise and smart play as we try to avoid these slow bubbles.
Connector. Ooh. I might have gone through the connector if for no other reason than to risk reappearing on top of a red bubble.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, I don't want to go through this connector. I'm just gonna reappear in the same room on top of a red bubble. Now I'm cursed.
Yeah, it's rough. Slow curse is just... people are like, oh man, it really sucks having inverted controls. I'm like, yeah, but have you ever walked slow through an entire dungeon to get back where you were or to find a blue bubble? Yeah.
Yeah, no. I adapted to inverted controls pretty quickly, and I agree. Slow motion is way worse.
Oh!
Wow.
I might go take a connector.
Yeah. The 6 bomb toll.
Well, he's got the bomb upgrade too, so I guess this is the best time to do it.
And if he ever finds, you know, a Triforce here, right, that would be amazing. We know that the bomb upgrade was right by the door, so he can just up A. You know.
Oh, man, I was hoping for a second Tridongo room, just because. Why not? Forced bomb upgrade, unless you basically store a bomb and then kill the Dodongos that way.
So where's jkoper now? Did he go back into 8 despite having everything out of it?
He doesn't have everything out of it. We don't have the 4 drop yet.
Oh, interesting. Interesting that he...
Yeah, and this right here is why you would rather do level 1 than the monstrosity that is almost always a Shapes level 8. But we're back in here. Unfortunately, gets slowed. Finding lots of keys, which doesn't do him any good. Unfortunately, I think the best thing that he could get out of here is kind of like Heart Container. There's not much left.
Yeah, I mean, us with commentator knowledge, we know better, but, yeah.
It just, it's, you know, it's one of those things where it's kind of a judgment call that digging the Shapes 8 for a 4 item or going to a Second Quest 4. Second Quest 4 sucks, but there's still 3 items on the table there. But again, you know, this is kind of one of those plays of maybe jkoper feels behind. He doesn't have a wand yet, so he still needs a wand. He still needs a ladder. If this is where it's at, Antlerz probably hasn't taken the time to dig it out.
That's absolutely right, you know. But then again, we saw Antlerz do the same thing to level 4, right? Antlerz had 2 items out of 4 and a compass pointing the way to the Triforce, and he didn't give up. He kept digging until he got the 3rd item, and it was the wand. And I said at the time he picked that wand up, you know, gee, I wonder if jkoper will dig all 3 items out of 4, because the path to that wand was very windy. It was not easy to find, and I wonder if, you know, I wonder if jkoper would get it on his visit. So jkoper could be doing the exact same thing on this 8 here. He's like, I'm going to gamble on my opponent not doing this 8 and it mattering. Ooh, that's a very fancy level 7.
That is almost symmetrical. That is a Galaga ship.
Yep, I'm thinking, yeah, Galaga as well. The what is it? Or the little Space Invaders bases at the bottom. Yeah, except rotated 90. But yeah, Galaga works better.
Yeah, and jkoper in this 8, I guess it's like a mutated level 7. It's even worse. First Quest 7.
Yeah. It's a First Quest 7 with 2 jaws, maybe. Antlerz still digging this level 7 here because he knows he's missing something. Now, I think. He's done most of the overworld, and he's thinking that Power Bracelet or Raft might be required, so he's looking for another item. Finds a connector. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that if he finds Power Bracelet, he could actually waste a lot of time. Doing those checks, which is unfortunate, but it's kind of one of those things that'll help jkoper get back into the game a little bit. But yeah, it's one of those things that, you know, you got to hope for it if you're jkoper. He doesn't know it now. Looks like he is going to make his way back towards Second Quest 4. So if he gets through this dungeon and gets his wand and ladder pretty quickly, this can still be a very close race.
Yeah, so I mean, jkoper would be the only player with everything at that point. Antlerz, you know, going to be missing that Raft and 1 for a while. He's going to prefer to dig things he's never seen versus things he's seen. So, I bet Antlerz will do every recorder spot on the overworld before he goes back to 1 for the Raft to get to 6. So, that could be lots of time there. Of course, for Second Quest 4 won't go quickly either.
No. Man, there it is!
Antlerz, you found the Power Bracelet, not the Raft. Now, why would he, if he thought he was in Triforce and Go mode in level 1, why wouldn't he dig level 1 then, but dig level 7 now? Like, if he thought, I don't need anything out of this level 1, why does he think he needs something out of the 7?
Because at this point, he's checked all but, I think, 2 locations on the map.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
He's only got the 2 grave recorder spots left.
You're right, yeah. At the time he skipped level 1, he had a lot of overworld open to find a single dungeon in. And, no, 2 single dungeons. 2 dungeons. He was missing 6 and 7. But yeah, now he's missing 6, and he is very missing it. Oh no.
Yeah, and this is gonna pull him on a little 5 to 7 minute mini adventure around Hyrule. You know, he's going to get his discount tour that's unfortunately going to cost him lots of time. So I guess he can invest in a timeshare. I don't know, but it is going to give jkoper an opportunity to catch up.
Mm-hmm. So which dungeon is jkoper in now?
He's in level 4, so he is
in 4. He's doing it right. All right.
The question will be if he digs out ladder and gets the Triforce, does he bail, right? Because we know the wand was at a really bad location. We know that the other item in 1 is accessible via the ladder. Some things like that. So the real question is going to be, does he bail after the ladder? I don't think you do. I think you dig out level 4, but we'll see what.
Especially because you're missing the wand. Maybe if you were missing a recorder, if jkoper goes down instead of up, I remember the recorder being a free floor item, but on the top row of the D. If he finds the other 2 items, basically being stepladder and wand, and then the Triforce, I bet he bails after that. And then he would be leaving the recorder behind in 4, which he needs. So, yeah, Antler's now checking more of those power bracelet spots. That's the inverted power bracelet spot. You want your other left. There you go. Oh, man.
Yeah, jkoper taking a retry, getting back his bombs. I kind of like that.
I like it.
Save. That way you can actually progress. It takes much less time, I think, sometimes to just do a retry than to try to farm bombs. At least for me, I've had a 50 Gibdo streak without a bomb drop.
Yeah. And being only I think that was a 6-screen walk. He was only 4 screens away, but he couldn't screen map right. So yeah, it was a short walk. I like the replay too. And yes, eat my steel. It's Antler's dug 4 relatively early, got wand and stepladder and recorder, and Red Ring was on the coast right outside level 4. So Antler's has had those items to himself for about half an hour now. But the seed started with silvers and 3 sitting on the ground, and then bow is the white sword item right nearby. And both players have had the bow and silvers since before 5 minutes in. So the wand advantage was slightly negated, I think, with both players having easy access to combat, although expensive access to combat. 3 large secrets on the overworld helped. They got... they've been able to make do whenever they've needed to.
Yeah, I mean, the wand makes a difference, the ladder makes a difference, but really, the reason why jkoper is kind of behind is the lack of the recorder. That's what's allowed Antlers to get to these extra 2 dungeons, which haven't netted anything of use other than a Triforce, but, it's one of those things where, again, jkoper's not that far behind, and we still have to have Antlers find this raft, and that's going to take some time. So if jkoper can dig out the 2 items out of here, or the 3 items actually, then it's going to propel him really quick.
I think Antlers might be going to level 1. Yes, he is. No? He just wants to screen.
Oh, the fake out!
Oh, wow, he was. He was on the screen with level 1 and then walked away from it. Okay. Alright, guess he's not. So jkoper, by the way, he just went... there was a very critical take any, cutting level 4 in half, and jkoper went south. So on the south side of the level was the wand and stepladder, which is what you're looking for if you're jkoper. And the Triforce. The recorder was on the north side of the level, and it was a floor drop. So being a floor drop makes it much more tempting to forget. Yep, there's a stepladder. And being the recorder and not the wand makes it much more tempting to forget. And I'm afraid... Oh, Antlers is in 1 after all.
Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario here for jkoper, and again, we're talking worst case, is he finds the ladder, which he just did. He finds the wand and decides to leave that floor item. Now, most of the enemies in here are pretty free. There's some bad rooms, but it's just one of those things of he's more likely to leave that, and unfortunately, he needs the recorder, but I think he's also at that point where he realizes he needs an item to help find a dungeon. So he's probably going to dig a little bit. Now, if he finds the wand and the ladder, he can access the extra item in 1. He knows about the item in 3 being the Patras, so there are other options available. So we'll have to just see kind of what happens here.
Yeah. But he dies. Now, I wonder if this will send him on a different path, because he doesn't have the compass. The compass was also on the north side of the level with the recorder. And that's what made Antlers get...
Good call. Let's walk out, grab a red ring. Why not?
Yeah. There we go. Nothing like quadruple HP.
Antlers left 1.
jkoper left 4, but it was for resource reasons, I assume. Wait, both players have left? They're the dungeons they needed to be in.
Well, yeah, I think he's looking for bombs.
He's got 11 of them. I mean, yeah, jkoper left 4 for a good reason.
Yeah, I don't know about Antlerz, and he's back. So I think he thought, oh, look, I've got 1 spot left. Let's go check it before I invest in killing these ridiculously strong blue dark nuts. I mean, it makes sense. I you know, if I can whistle and get over there and check it, I'd probably do that too.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess I just assumed he already checked it. So yeah, it makes perfect sense when you realize that that's what he's done.
So finding the raft here is going to propel him to level 6. The thing to think about then is he's only got 4 keys, and he has to go into a shaped 9. Will that play any part? I don't know about key problems. I never have that. So yeah.
Wait, did you say you never have key problems?
Oh yes, never. I never have key problems in dungeons. So you know, we'll see if that becomes a problem or not.
Yeah, sometimes 4 keys is enough. Sometimes 8 keys is not enough. It would be fun if both players. Oh, and you were right, 8gen. Looks like jkoper is trying to get an item out of 1 that might be ladder blocked.
Yeah, and again, at best, it's a heart container. I don't think we have anything else left. It's got to be a heart container.
I mean, it could be a book.
Oh, I guess it could be a book. Which, again, at this point, I'm not.
Thank you, Tracker. Yeah, no, take the book. Antlerz gets his raft, and he's like, all right, good game, seed. I wonder if Antlerz feels behind at this point. We'll have to ask him at the if we ever get a chance. We might not. Both players are planning to do game 2 and 3 back to back, whatever it takes. So there may not be a post-race interview with the racers, but he checks the closer raft spot, of course, therefore confirming he does a full overworld.
Yeah, I mean, we want to get some IRC banter, but I don't believe there's going to be any interviews. But still, I mean, it's just one of those things of, jkoper making this play, and I can't say that I blame him.
Yeah, no, it's a faster item. Unfortunately, the wand is in 4, and so is the recorder.
Yeah, and there's no way to know that.
No, not at all.
At an hour 7, it's like, sometimes I feel behind if I don't have the wand, but having had bow and silvers the entire time, and then having what is a fairly free ladder in level 4 would probably bother me a little bit. And that wand wasn't necessarily easy to get to in level 4 either.
Yeah, no, where jkoper died was probably it was probably the 12th or 13th room in level 4, and the path to the wand was at least 16 rooms deep, and the path to the Triforce was unfortunately like a room or 2 shy of the wand. So it was really tempting to grab the Triforce out of 4 and run after spending all that time and resources in there, and you had to go a little further past even the Triforce to get the wand, and that's how you design a seed to make a player miss an important item.
Yeah.
If I were trying to make one of these seeds hard on purpose, I would try to bait the player into leaving the level early with a Triforce so they miss their wand, and that's exactly what this 4 did. Well, I mean, jkoper died in a shoot room, no less. A shoot room swordless. That's no fair. But
and jkoper did some pretty cool stuff there. He actually bombed the keys to store a bomb, and then walked by and killed a wallmaster to get the bomb drop, and the thing got a bomb drop out of the room. So he had enough bombs to clear out what's left of this level 1, and we still don't know the item.
Wow. I wish he'd got rewarded for that. I mean, we know he's going to get recorded or rewarded with a book or a heart container, but yeah, it's such a slick bomb management play, and he gets nothing for it.
Yeah.
Did Antlerz just leave a key on the floor? Antlerz is like, oh wait, no, I want that. Got it. Thanks.
One of our chat goers making a good point. It could be white sword bombs in level 1.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, what a troll. And of course, jkoper digs it. Oh, that'd be awful.
Yeah, and we know this room does not contain a drop of an item, so I think we do in fact have a case of white sword bombs.
Oh, that's awful. You can't tell. I've seen countless races in these Elite 8 flags where, and by countless I mean I can't count beyond 5 apparently, but where you see the white sword bombs in the staircase, and every single time the commentators go, "Oh, thank God we saw those white sword bombs in a staircase and not in a place where they could cause us to full clear an entire level and then act confused." Oh, oh, and then it happens. And then it happens.
jkoper, though, doing a fantastic... He's like giving a clinic on resource management here.
Yeah.
As he does full clear, and I believe that confirms we have got white sword bomb.
Yep. Given how much time he spent on that pause menu checking his map, he's like X, 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 Dark Nuts, map, compass, Triforce. Wait a minute. Let me just double check. Yeah, crap.
He's gonna double check these rooms. He wants to make sure, but yeah, he's not gonna find anything.
Antlerz, meanwhile, got his 8th piece of the Triforce, and he knows where 9 is. With his red potion and red ring, nothing's gonna stop him. Not even a ladder block. So,
yeah, I mean, he's 100% in go mode here, and doing it pretty quick. We're gonna have a pretty solid first game here. I would imagine with a decent 9, easily sub 120. Unfortunately, jkoper just didn't go back to 4 early enough and didn't spend enough time in it. And at this point, I think the lead is pretty much insurmountable.
Yeah. The only thing that could maybe save it for jkoper is if level 9 is key heavy and doesn't give him the keys, and jkoper's any key in 8 turns level 9 into the great equalizer, I guess. Just lets Antlerz really wants to go up. Does what the developers thought was physically. Oh my goodness! Oh,
hi.
Oh, we should switch to his audio.
Yeah, we can't physically do that, but we can physically do that. Get right to Ganon. That's fantastic.
Wow.
And jkoper making the right play. He's back to level 4, but unfortunately, the time is really winding down here.
Yeah, so far it's been an 8-room 9 for Antlerz. That's amazing. So now Antlerz is looking for a shutter door that opens all by itself. And as soon as he sees that, he knows the dot done, and game 1 is on the other side. Wow.
Yeah, and I'm sure that will give you it kind of takes a lot of weight off your shoulders, because you have that, you don't have to basically play for your life at that point. You've got the 1-game lead. You can make some mistakes. You can actually play a little bit risky in the second game if you want to. Allows you to kind of make some alternate choices that you may not, in order to try to gamble and win a little bit more. So we'll see if that happens.
I'd love to see if he maybe changes his play style, but maybe not. I mean, jkoper is an outstanding player, and if this were the best of 7, jkoper could win 4 in a row after this. Yeah,
jkoper is a machine.
I don't know. Can't put it any better than that. Meanwhile, the enemy set in this 9, of course, I think Wizrobes are guaranteed. Is that right? You'll always see.
They are. Yeah. Oh, jkoper retried and lost his ladder. Interesting.
Oh, that might have been a mistake. I knew he died in a shoot room. I didn't know Antlerz making sure he got those bombs. There could be a 12th bomb wall between him and the princess. Got to make sure you top up on those bombs.
Hey man, I mean, those bomb upgrades doing work.
Actually, you know what? He might need to kill Wizrobes too. Absolutely, there could be lots of things you need those bombs for.
Actively avoiding key doors, which is, yeah. I just burst through every single one I see, and that's why I have keeper albums. But
this is game 1. and he knows, oh, the invisible keys room. I love it. This is game 1, and he knows jkoper's his opponent. He must be thinking that jkoper's in 9. Nice use of the blue bubble to not get slowed there. You know, that looked like a vanilla 1 shape, but it is actually a shape. A shape.
I was gonna say, man, if that's Zelda's room, we're screwed.
Yeah, right? He will spend one of his keys here.
Hey, it's a oh, I didn't get bopped. I'm immediately getting out my potion.
Yeah. He knows Zelda's not to the left because that was not a shutter door.
Well, after I get through this room, yeah there it is.
He does not want to. Get bopped twice. Good call on his part.
Oh god, there's 3 rooms in a row. That's so terrible.
Man, wow.
And the turnstile, nothing here.
If Zelda were to the south, she would have... block clipping on this double moat room is hard enough, but doing it while getting shot by blue wizrobes is even harder.
And having red bubbles to greet you on the other side.
Yeah.
He's still... Nope.
Still haven't found Zelda yet? Antler's heart must be racing. He's like, jkoper's in 9. He's also killed Ganon. Where am I going? Where am I going?
I'm gonna check that room for a staircase there with the bunnies, just to see if I can get somewhere else. But yeah, good map check. Saved himself a key.
And he does need to save those keys, because, I mean, we said he doesn't know this, but we said it. The only thing that could end his 9 is a lack of keys.
And, ooh, not a staircase, so I'm gonna have to make another way around here.
To answer the questioning chat from Serger132, Antlerz does not have the any key. It was in level 8, and Antlerz took the Triforce in 8 early and ran with it. jkoper went back to 8. jkoper did the same thing. Level 8 was one of the first dungeons both players found. jkoper went back to 8, fully dug it, and that's how our tracker knows what was inside. It was apparently the any key and a bunch of heart containers. But Antlerz never went back to 8, so and he was kind of key starved for most of the seed. jkoper, in addition to finding that any key, also purchased at least 2 keys this seed. So jkoper has had the key advantage, and it made his exploration a lot easier. Antlerz, however, got very lucky with key finds in other later dungeons, I guess, where you wouldn't expect to come out key positive, like 7. Like, how did he come?
Is this it?
Guarded by an old man?
It has to be. Yes.
GG Antlerz.
Good game. Game 1 to Antlerz.
Wow. GG and congrats to him. 1 hour, 18 minutes is a fine time for this seed. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would take that. I would take that immediately for a first game, especially if you're planning on doing possibly 3. Getting the first one out of the way in just under 120 is always a good feeling.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, he now has a little bit of a cushion, except, like I said, maybe not against jkoper, but he does have that first game down. You can't win 2 until you've won 1. So, yeah, he's Oh, and there's our recorder song. I wish I'd switched to Antlerz a little earlier so we could have heard that. I was just honestly so fascinated by their amazing combat and fast gameplay that I didn't switch. Normally when I see somebody get the recorder, and there's jkoper getting his wand. He must now know it. jkoper is a pretty serious player. He might not be looking at IRC at all, but given that I think both racers had planned on doing all 3 races in one night, I would have expected jkoper to maybe forfeit and then get the second game underway after a short break. But he's still going.
It does look like he is going to continue.
All right, it's fine. It is up to the racers after all, so he won't take much longer now. He's got the Triforce for 4. The recorder spots for levels 5 and 7 were in the Dead Woods and the less Dead Woods, the Green Woods. So he could go on a bit of a world tour there.
And we do actually have a forfeit from jkoper in IRC.
Oh, okay. Thank you for filling us in.
With the IRC comment that did not do the right things, which is the truth and very unfortunate. Antlerz just found the things early, and finding the things early is really what you have to do.
You know, we could tell the racers, you know, Antlerz did level 4 and jkoper did level 8. And what if level 8 had the stepladder and wand in it?
Exactly right. It's you make a choice, and I think both of those are kind of an equal difficulty, right? Do I dig a shapes level 8, or do I dig a second quest level 4? Both take a lot of bombs. They take keys. They can have walk through walls. The only advantage to 4 is that you know the shape, but that doesn't necessarily do you a lot of good.
No, and that level 8 was, like I said, it was over 10 rooms deep to get to the best parts of it. So yeah, that said, it was the correct answer, but how do you know? Yeah, how do you know? So I guess that was the story of the first game there. Free bow and silvers, but all the rest of all the goodies were in one dungeon, and Antlerz dug it first. So I think now both players are anxious to get their best out of 3 settled tonight, and they scheduled an hour and a half for each of their 3 games.
But we're on good pace, so I think we're going to get, it's a 5-minute break here. Mm-hmm. We're actually joined by our next set of commentators, Alsa and Cyclone. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
Good evening.
Doing well.
So what a race. Antlerz making the choice to dig 4, jkoper making the choice to dig 8. We were kind of talking about that here before we got in. And it could have been either way. Shapes 8 and Second Quest 4, kind of the same level of difficulty and annoyance. And it just so happened level 4 had everything this seed other than the raft.
Yeah, there was that one little hiccup for Antlerz, really, where we saw him leave the raft in 1. And we already knew from jkoper's screen that raft in 1 was required. We saw him Triforce and go at a level 1 and leave the raft behind. And I screamed, "No, Antlerz!" But he did the full overworld, then went back to 1, then got the raft, then did 6, which it'd normally be a crucial mistake. And he did do the full overworld, by the way, because it was the second raft spot he checked after checking. Oh, and then he found the power bracelet, which was useless, which sent him on a wild goose chase checking all the power bracelet spots. So yeah, Antlerz did a lot more power bracelet and a lot more recorder than jkoper. And even after all that, then had to go back and get the raft, which, a huge cascading mistake, you know. But what are the odds the raft is required, right? Like 2 out of 80? Really? Yeah, guess what? 100%. But yeah, no, despite leaving that raft in 1, Antlerz still did it.
So, also a Cyclone, what are you guys looking forward to here in Game 2? We got Second Quest first half, Shapes back half. That's always kind of you want to see. We were missing Mirrored Overworld, but, pretty much free bow, free silvers, not too difficult of a seed. What are you guys looking for?
Look, Adam, go ahead.
Well, what we really need if we want to go to a Game 3, jkoper has to, well, I hate to say it, but be luckier with the level he digs. As you said, last race, level 4 had everything. And everything was really the key word there. Ladder, rod were both in 4. I think we saw the recorder there as well, if I remember correctly. And, yeah, all sorts of key items in there, and you can't leave a level that has items like that and expect to win the race. If they were in 8, then it might have gone jkoper's favor, but just how it goes sometimes.
So, the funny thing is, this first race was a case for and against taking the most annoying dungeon possible right at the start. And honestly, I don't care what type of dungeons and overworld it is as long as we don't have free combat. I'd like to see how the runners handle a situation where they don't have combat early on in the seed and have to kind of make things work without it.
I mean, to be fair, we had bow and silvers at 5 minutes and then didn't find rupees till about 13, which is hilariously common.
Yeah, lack of money makes things a little annoying early on.
But I mean, at the end of the day, we had a 33 medium, 3 104 large secrets. Antlers being able to buy both bomb upgrades, shoot arrows for days. Didn't buy any keys. I mean, that's kind of the flip-flop. jkoper bought keys, whereas Antlers bought the bomb upgrade. Maybe had a chance to have some key problems there in 9, but ended up being able to have just enough to get.
You know, I rescind my previous statement. There is one thing I really want to see, and that is a mirrored overworld.
I too enjoy mirrored overworld. Yes.
Or a better way to put it, how about we make sure we get a game 3 and we save it for game 3?
Or just have 2 in a row. I mean,
okay, that works too.
Both worlds here.
That works too.
I'm with 8-10.
Yeah, I mean, I totally want to see a game 3. jkoper is by far and away capable of doing it. You know, he showcased some ridiculous resource management there. He's very, very, very good at keeping account and forcing bombs in unorthodox ways as well. You know, we saw him force a bomb on a Keese, shoot a wall master, get a bomb, get another bomb drop. He's able to clear out the rest of level 1. Unfortunately, that bomb drop was the other item, and he full cleared the rest of the dungeon to find that out. I think this is one of the few cases I've actually seen that bomb drop be in a dungeon, but you know, it's one of those things you kind of got to clear and then, you know, figure it out. But we're getting really close to this second game, so I think we'll go ahead and hand it over to you guys.
Alrighty.
No problem. Thank you for doing the commentary on that first race, and we look forward to seeing what happens in games 2 and 3. Make sure you follow, by the way, both 8gen and Catastrophe on the commentary as well. They did a great job on the commentary. And make sure you follow, I think it was is Vadabu?
Vadabu,
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. Make sure you follow our tracker for the first game as well. And now Elendar is with us, also in Cyclone. We are going to take over the commentary for race number 2 and see what happens in the second race. So also, what are you looking forward to in this second attempt?
Full second quest everything.
Oh, yes. We want to see, and I actually just learned this last night because I didn't know this. We want to see that fairy up in the level 5 spot from first quest. If we see that, I think that's one of those signs that it's a full second quest overworld, and that is interesting to see.
Cyclone, we have a 1 heart start.
Uh-oh.
So, on the one hand, this could make the seed maybe impossible depending on how it spawns, although that's very unlikely. The more likely response is you're going to start on Spectacle Rock and have to screen scroll past Lynels to get anywhere.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing you don't want to see. To be fair, we did have, over the weekend, we had the Saver and Captain Green race. I won't spoil the last race for those who haven't seen it yet, but we did see in the first 2 seeds that we had a 1 heart start on those 2 seeds, and we actually had the seeds done literally just over an hour in both cases. So they were actually very quick seeds. They were actually very friendly seeds. Runners had almost no problems with them at all. So it really depends on what kind of start you get, as you said, and that will determine what happens early on in these kinds of seeds.
You know, I also really want to see the, I want to see the Wizrobes rolled high for some reason.
You like beefy Wizrobes?
I like beefy Wizrobes when I don't have to play against them.
Well, We'll keep an eye on the SRL channel. It looks like the race is about to get going, so we should have it on screen in about a minute from now. So with that said, now we had last race, jkoper had problems with the ladder and the rod being a level 4. Let's go away from those two items. Is there something you want to see that you want to really troll these runners?
Yeah. Actually, the book, if it's full shapes, order if it's full second quest.
Ooh. Yeah, Recorder as a full set quest would be a very nasty one, especially if 1 or 2 levels are hiding under it.
Or everyone's favorite, the Bowwood 9 to get the silvers out of another dungeon.
Okay, so it looks like there was just a slight more bit of a delay there, so we are going to get that race going in just a moment here. So I want to see your guesses in chat. Since we know the blue candle is around somewhere in the world, I want to know what you in chat think. Where do you think that blue candle is going to wind up in this seed? It could be anywhere like a raft spot, could be behind a power bracelet, could be anywhere nasty you want to put it. Well, actually, I guess it can't be in a power bracelet spot. But where do you want it in the open cave? What open cave do you want it to be located in?
I think wood sword blocks are a thing. I'm verifying now. Yeah, overworld items can block the wood sword, so they could actually be under a power bracelet spot.
That did happen over the weekend too, and I remember that. So here we are, Game 2, jkoper versus Antlerz. We have Antlerz up 1-0 in this best of 3 series. Game number 2 coming at you now.
This overworld is already amazing. It has gorillas.
That's a good sign. Now, that's one annoying enemy that we don't have to deal with in dungeons, but at the same time, that means something else will make the transition there. We could have Lionels down there for all we know.
More importantly, you have a 1-heart start in gorillas on the overworld. Wow. So if you can get underground, you're probably better off staying underground. You'll just not be able to get under...
My goodness. This corner screen is nasty. jkoper does get through, did a bit of dancing around there, but did get around. Finds an open cave, and there is a bunny.
Manages not to get sniped by the gorilla, and oh my. That's a red candle.
It is. That's permanent combat sitting on the coast.
Alright, ladder confirmed to 9.
Yeah, pretty much.
Small Secret's 14, which isn't bad, and if it's second quest, it makes that even a little bit better. The mid is 31, so it looks like money's going to be a little above vanilla this seed.
Oh, we found the staircases. Antlerz is going to check out the blue ring shop area before, the vanilla blue ring shop, I should say, before seeing where those staircases lead us. First 2 Armos did not work. Going to get them off the screen. Going to try door number 3.
Cooper gets another 14 rupees as Antlerz finds another stair, finds another arrow shop. Which, by the way, those arrows were not necessarily cheap.
Yeah, those are... Goma locked silver arrows. Definitely confirmed. We hope.
Well, so much for Recorder trolling the runners. It's right there. For free.
Well, there's your free music. So, my guess is that Recorder will be used a couple times if it's appearing on the overworld like this.
I think we're going to see both runners now that they have the Recorder. Maybe not immediately, but very soon. Especially once Antlerz gets his, probably just start checking Recorder spots. Ooh.
Yeah. There's our candle. Yep. That's in the corner of the world, and that's the Death Mountain corner of the world at this point, because it looks like mirrored overworld here. So, actually, no, that's not mirrored overworld.
Yeah, this is the that was the Lost Tales Arbos.
Sorry, I got confused for a second. That was Lost Tales Arbos, and that is not a mirrored overworld. So that is up in the upper right corner. That was just located.
Recorder picked up on Antler's side. So the big difference right now is jkoper has about 31 more rupees.
Yeah, not much of a difference. Unless you consider money an object, which if you need to buy the arrows, it is.
Nice sneak of getting those bombs from Antlerz.
Oh, that is the rod. Up in
That
the
is
secret spot.
Alright, 6-heart white sword confirmed.
Yeah, all the combat, all the good combat items are locked behind the ladder and a bunch of hearts. You have to hate seeing that when you only have one heart as your starter.
So here's the thing. Antlerz has not yet seen that white sword item, and he may not see it for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, he doesn't... There's no real reason not to go check the coast at some point, especially once he gets a little bit more bombs and can bomb the entirety of the coast.
And with the recorder, he could also get all the flute spots, like any desert spots, eventually down the Lost Souls, those spots, so he'll be able to group those in as well.
Exactly.
So he can get some other spots cleared out down there at the same time.
Trying to candle, ends up fluting instead.
Yeah, flute doesn't do much to enemies. I mean, I'm sure they like the music, but... And he does it again, and that time it does do something.
So we know it's at least a mixed overworld. We don't... I didn't see on jkoper's side if he saw the very top of the, Lost Hills if it was a level or not.
That was the door repair, and he's doing hard resets after door repair, so he doesn't maintain the rupee loss. So he's keeping his 42 rupees by doing resets. So it looks like the door repair might have been 20. I don't know if it was done counting down, but I know I saw it down 22 on the replay.
Oh look, another complaint.
Jeez, what's with all the complaints today? He's going to keep that one for now and keep exploring. And gambling. Okay, he might keep that one.
Yeah, I think we'll keep it at this point. And he gets another complaint.
Well, that might change now. He's down around where he started, so if there's nothing good here or in level 1, he might just do a reset again.
I think he still has a net gain of like 30 rupees.
A blue dark nut approaches. Command?
Use stairs.
Done.
Materialize a... Go ahead.
Go ahead. jkoper finds a trendy game and he doesn't play any gambling. He's following the same path Antlerz did now.
Hey, you could buy your candle for 72 rupees.
Or get some fresh meat.
Or get a key.
Or name that tune.
Or register a complaint.
I register a few of those. We have a level. Level blue.
jkoper gets one shot by a gorilla because that's what they do. And we have a stair.
That would hurt. So we already have a stair. Let's see if this is a... We don't know if it's 1, 2, or shapeshift because it's still too early to tell, but based on the location, I am thinking one eagle from First Quest is a possibility. It could also be the E for all we know. No? Too low?
Not with that transport stair.
Oh, with that transport stair, no.
I'm kind of thinking Second Quest 4. Also, look at that Fire HP.
Is that still with... That is still within the E, actually.
That's...
I think.
Actually, yeah, that's not inaccurate. Yeah, that's... Well... Yeah, this could be First Quest or Second Quest.
Yeah, I didn't see if there was a third doorway in the starting screen, so... yeah, we'll see sooner or later, obviously.
Eventually... Question mark.
Oh, shoot.
I shoot room.
And it's not an E anymore.
This could be Second Quest 5.
Could be. That shoot room's gonna be annoying. That room to the left, if it is a Z, he won't be able to get to. So he has to go a different way.
So the funny thing about the logic in this game... The logic in this game assumes that you'll have... I want to say it assumes that you'll have enough bombs to clear out any room you come across. However, if there is a dungeon room with Pole's voice, it assumes that the wand or the silver arrows are right there. No, it assumes the wand or the bow is available by that point. Also, hi, silver arrows. How you doing?
They say they're doing fine. They ask how you are.
Why didn't you guys go to 9?
They didn't want you. Anyway, moving on to the Inley race here. I think you are right. This does look like it is the Z. It is staying within a 3-square format, so I am inclined to say this is level 5, pending Triforce pickup.
Now,
Speaking of,
I think Antlerz clears this room, takes the Triforce, and leaves. He's already gotten the silvers. The chances of bow in here are pretty low, all things considered. Great fire there.
there are still a few rooms that are convenient nearby. He may go up and check the a room or two to the north before where he already was in the level. The rooms in the top right, left, he may hold off on. There's some bombs. We don't know if that's the white sword bombs or regular bombs. They look exactly the same. He is going up.
He may also consider heart containers as far as if he continues searching for items. Because he doesn't know yet, but the white sword item is necessary.
Yeah, when he finds that secret spot, he will know he needs to find some heart containers. jkoper, by the way, does have 2 hearts now, but does take another dirt nap to another Korea banana.
Well, so far, Antlerz has found nothing but wand blocks, or combat blocks in general. I'm starting to think that he's going to head back to the Triforce room, take it, and just come back later, especially with the recorder.
At this point, I think he might just take it. Yeah. And there it is. So he may check the subscreen to get a confirmation that it is level 5. We think it is level 5, I believe.
Now, bear in mind... No, that's 4.
That's 4.
That's 4?
That does not look like it's shaped like level 4.
No, it does... Wait. Maybe? It could be Second Quest 4.
It's either shapes or it looks suspiciously like the letter Z.
But that's... No. Oh. No,
it's a
it
little
is 5.
taller. Okay, it's a little taller and wider.
No, it's 5. Remember, Second Quest, the 4 and 5 Triforces are swapped.
Oh yeah, that's right, okay. So, Second Quest, that means we have a Second Quest Overworld then?
All hail the nub.
We haven't seen the level 5 spot yet, so we can't confirm that for sure if it's that or if it's Mixed Quest.
Correct.
Ooh, and Antlerz gets jabbed in the backside with that boomerang. And we have beefy Octrox, by the way.
And there seems to be a little bit of a thing in chat, so I shall cut this off at the pass. Because also Mixed Quest Overworld. So the first half is Second Quest, so that means 2 and 3 are going to be swapped, 4 and 5 are going to be swapped. The second half can still be anything that they want, so we could still have First Quest, we could still have Second Quest, we could still have shapes for the back half.
That's correct. Since we know this is Second Quest 5, it is either First Quest or shapes. That is by seed ruling in terms of how the levels can be placed. So we know it is either First Quest or shapes, just a matter of confirming for sure. Which
Does
one
it have to be? Could
it
it
has
not
to
be
be
full Second Quest?
It can't be full Second Quest. I learned that about a week ago.
Interesting. I did not know that. So, both runners are now running about trying to find dungeons that they can do stuff in. Antler's probably looking for a heart container or 7.
And that spot clears, and Antlerz gets another complaint.
Now, just because it's Mixed Quest, we could still have the Second Quest cave distribution, which means we only get 1 large secret and 10 door repairs.
Antlerz leaves that shop without buying anything. Looks like jkoper is near vanilla level 1. Gonna burn a bush there. And he's in that level right now that we just exited, and Antlerz joins into another level at the same time. That is way up in the upper right corner. That tells me that could be level 6 that he could be entering right now.
That could be 6, that could be a shape. Actually, yeah. This is most likely 6, and it looks like we have inverted controls?
We don't have a slowdown, that's for sure.
I think it's inverted.
It might be.
And that's a red ring. Antlerz is probably...
Go ahead.
I was about to say, he's probably extremely happy to see that now, given the 1 heart.
Yeah, this is a good time to get it. When you only have 1 heart, that 1 heart suddenly turns into 8 hits. Or at least weak hits. and more than one boomerang hit for sure. So that is definitely something that Antman is happy to see.
You know, I don't really blame him for just leaving 6. You find a red ring in the first 3 rooms, you can go clear easier dungeons.
Why not?
I like this play.
And he just takes that hit from the Pole's voice. They still hurt even with a red ring on 1 heart.
Also, we might actually just have swordless,
jkoper gets his silvers out of 5.
Good, good. Koper still has the knowledge of the, white sword item that... The white sword item is the wand. Finds a bomb shop.
And Antler's carefully makes his way to the goblins. Rock does not budge.
And
So
to answer... Oh, go ahead.
So that confirms that's not a full first quest overworld for sure. That is a first quest spot I am completely aware of. So that means we either have mixed quest or we have full second.
I think we have mixed quests, because I've seen one of the first quest only spots open.
Okay, mixed it probably is then, yeah.
And also to answer a question in chat, the reason they start with less than 3 heart containers is one of the options that is for this flag set is you start with 1 to 5 hearts as your starting containers.
Antlers got dinged as he was trying to access the vanilla level 2 location, so that was a no-go. Doesn't know it's there yet.
I think he'll check the bottom of the coast now. Hopefully he'll route out to the top.
Yep, he's doing it right now. He's checking up. 2 bombs needed for that one. There is another meat shop. jkoper is making his way. He's 1 room away from the Triforce in this level 5. Hopefully he doesn't try to bomb up, because that would not be a room.
Nice large secret, though. For Antlers. Go ahead. Oh, the value of that is 126.
Oh, the large secret? Nice, that's a good large secret. jkoper clears the room, gets his bombs, and he's going to find the free Triforce lying on the ground. Will he go north? He does not.
He may go back in, though. I'm going to answer this question in chat. Best pizza toppings are pepperoni and black olives.
I beg to express A, because I hate olives, and B, Hawaiian pizza is the best pizza. Gotta do it. I'll give Canadian a close second.
Antlers has found a dungeon as I'm trying to ignore the thought of pineapple on pizza.
Try it. Anyway, we have a manhandler, and Antler says no thank you. And I haven't seen all the rooms in this level, so let's see where he is right now and see what level this could be. I will hold off thought on that.
This feels like a 2.
I was thinking maybe a 1 if we haven't already seen it being more than 2 tiles wide.
Oh, misses the forced bomb on the mold orb.
Oh no. And we have a Goma lock.
Let's see. That's a bomb upgrade. He's probably quite okay with that. And it's a +6.
I think this is a 1. Never mind. Not anymore.
I'm still leaning towards 2.
Yeah, I'm on 2 now.
No.
Nope, not 2 either. Or we're not actually...
Yeah, this could be 4.
Oh, yeah, that's too high for it to be 2. No, it can't be 2. 4 is possible, though. Or it could even be one of our shapes, 7 or 8.
It could even be first quest 7, I think. The short answer is we don't have enough information to deterministically decide what dungeon this is.
Exactly.
Although I think it's 4.
Okay, moving on, we're going to see what jkoper's up to. He is starting again at the start of level 5. And it has 1 heart. Second heart not filled right now because, of course, he just started. That's an important thing about this flag set, as Antlers is now dodging a single manhandle ahead. Got him. Got his bombs back. So that's one thing about this flag set. If you start with 1 heart, you're always going to start with 1 heart. Even if you have 10 hearts in your inventory, you're going to start with 1 heart. If you just have 5 hearts at the start, you're going to always start with 5 hearts every time you go back to the beginning. So that's one more detail about this flag set.
You know, I feel like if you have 1 heart and you find a take any room, you just pay the heart and then not pay unless it's like super deep. Nice candle boost.
And we found Lionel's in dungeons. I did suggest earlier this could happen. It has happened.
You know, I'm gonna say it. Lionel's can be harder to deal with than Wizrobes.
Right now, these bats are hard to deal with in Wizrobes. They didn't want to let Antlerz out at all. They were hanging around that ladder and he couldn't fire. We're going to see what level this is with the Triforce.
We'll find... Yeah, we will get to see what level this is. What do you think? Does he go back in? Because it is 4.
That is 4?
Yeah. Based on the Triforce position.
Oh, and Antlerz gets eaten by very, very fast, speedy worms.
That's why you go to the right.
jkoper gets his key from the shoot room.
Nice blocklet.
He's gonna check these. Oh, he's not gonna check those 2 rooms. Maybe he did already and I missed it.
I think he's resetting the room to try to get a better spawn.
Well, it could be. And got the hit there, so he's gonna try to bomb the Lionels. They are taking more than 1 bomb hit. That's not good to see, and he dies.
And then we'll go ahead and answer the question in chat. So, if second quest dungeons are on in any way, shape, or form, the Shuffle Old Men flag gets turned off because there's not enough old men in the second quest dungeons to support it. However, if you have full first quest or just first quest with shapes, you can have the Shuffle Old Men on because the shapes dungeons follow first quest dungeon, what's the wordage?
Logic?
Yes. That's exactly the word.
And that was something I didn't notice. That was news to me as well. Didn't realize that that's why we always know it's the second quest dungeons.
Mm-hmm. This game has a lot of really interesting little mini logic like that.
And Antlerz tried to block the clip in. The snake got a bite at him. He's going to leave and come back in the room and try again. And gets in this time. We have a Gleeok.
I think he goes north this time.
I would.
As Jacob... Oh, go ahead.
I just said I would.
Yeah, it looks like jkoper's gonna stay, though, for at least a little bit. For his sake, he's probably for his sake, hopefully there's something in here. If not, that's quite a bit of time to spend. And Antlerz gets his bomb back.
I was gonna say, by the way, he got a bomb upgrade. I didn't even notice that. He's at 13 bombs, so he got at least 5 for that bomb upgrade. I don't know if it was 5 or 6.
I think it was 6.
It was 6?
Yeah. And jkoper is just blocked.
That is confirming. And yeah, jkoper is not gonna get past that Gleeok, and that will require the rod if that's where an item is located.
Antlerz does find a potential stair in 4, though.
Antlerz is using a lot of his bombs on the mummies right now, and got a few bombs back, which was nice.
And to be realistic, mummies aren't the worst enemy to have to use bombs on.
Ladder.
Oh, hi, ladder. That's actually pretty big. That's permanent weaponry.
Weaponry?
Weaponry.
Oh, you mean for the candle, yes.
Yep. And I think Antlerz has only seen 1 item out of 4, so he may go back in, but regardless of whether he goes back in or not, getting this candle right now is absolutely a really good idea.
It's close by. Go get it, and then go back in if you want to go back in. On the one hand, that means the manhandler, I think, would be back in that case, if I'm not mistaken.
No.
Oh, no.
Because he left the room after killing the manhandler, it will not respawn.
Okay.
Looks like Antlerz is not going to hop back into 4 for the moment. Can't say I blame him. He does have the recorder, so he can kind of get back there at will.
He does handle another complaint, though. And jkoper is over in the south of Death Mountain, working his way over to the Blue Ring shop via Clip. And going to go south from there. I think this was something here, if I'm not mistaken. This is a warp stairs.
Yep.
Recorder Link today has...
a heart.
Yeah.
Now that's important.
Heart or potion? At this point, heart is more important, especially because he did not have any.
And he also, depending on how he routes this, may find out that the wand is his white sword item, in which case he will need it.
Well, it's going to be a while before he can pick it up, but I'm sure he would rather find that and know where it is than go digging dungeons looking specifically for that item. Koper is in a level I do not believe we've seen yet, so I'm going to call this level yellow.
This feels like level 3.
Based on the location, I would be inclined to agree. The problem is that there is a third door. It cannot be level 3. Unless that is actually... I thought that was... Is that far enough over that it would be the 2 rooms?
I think so.
If that's the 2-room column, then there's a third door to the north.
Antlerz finds another bomb shop, opts not to collect. We find a stair in...
Maybe I am wrong. Let's see where this stair takes us. This will take us to the corner up in the upper left if it is level 3. Maybe I'm just not far enough over my thinking, as Koper is now getting blocked by the bat. And... no, that's not high enough. That's not level 3.
No, wait. I think that is high enough, because there's a meat block. Yeah, that's 3.
Oh, that is 3. Okay. I thought it was higher than that.
I think I always get mixed up on how high things actually are. I keep... whenever second Quest 7 and 8 show up, by the way, level teal.
Level teal.
Yes, level teal. Now, jkoper can open up that door on the right for free at the start of the dungeon.
Now, someone answer a question for me. Why do those Lionels have swords? Isn't this no swords? Those cheaters.
Well, the swords are kind of attached to their hands, so we'd have to take Lionels out of the game entirely.
You just not use them. Anyway, they got Antlerz in his first attempt here. He's going to try and clear it again.
And Koper gets a heart out of level 3, which is good. It's going to get him closer to that wand.
At least for now. He goes back in.
Antlerz gets a heart out of whatever this is.
Uh-oh, danger noodles. And I had never noticed the door on the right in the entrance room, so yeah, that's what threw me off too. Okay, so danger noodles are dangerous, and I don't think jkoper wants to deal with them right now on 3 hearts, or on 1 heart actual life.
I'm still trying to figure out what dungeon Antlerz is in.
The teal dungeon.
Yes. Also, correction, Antlerz does know that the wand is available because he has seen the white sword item because he went up and did all of the northwest coast.
Oh, he did see that?
Yes.
Okay.
This could be second quest 1, actually.
It's in the right placement for it.
Yeah, I think this is 1.
Power bracelet, by the way. Let's start counting items.
Nice.
That will also give it away. Yeah, it's a good placement. That's 1. It's likely 1, yeah.
That's also a stair room.
Those of you who are late, that's another chance to play Name That Tune. And we found Sphere 9.
Did you catch where jkoper was when he started?
For Shapes and First Quest, they both start, I think, in the same square, so it won't tell us anything.
Right. That's right.
Free Triforce in level teal. We're going to see what level this is, most likely.
I wonder if Antlerz redigs it as Coper picks up heart number 4.
Well, if he confirms it's 1, which is probably going to check. Nope, he's not going to check. He's actually not going back in. That surprises me.
I think you just assume it's 1 at that point, and you've already gotten 1 item out of it.
Well, the question is...
he also got a heart out of it. There was nothing left.
Well, he got a heart too, but there would be a 3rd item then. No, the second quest. This is second quest. Yeah.
4 has 3 items.
He's done. That's right.
Look at us getting confused on which dungeon has all of the items. The answer is 9.
Yeah. 1 and 4 is always where it changes, so, in case, jkoper now check for, like, there's nothing here that we care about, just money and potentially medicine, if you feel like playing a flute for medicine.
Speaking of medicine, that's a medicine cave up at White Sword.
Almost St. Medicine Caves, and we have a tornado. Antlerz got caught up in it, poor guy.
Antlerz
played the flute again.
Probably was trying to get back to 1. Oh, he's got 4 hearts now.
He does, and he has them all.
I wonder if he goes and tries Wand at this point. He does.
He is... Yeah, he's heading in that direction. Speed scrolls are going right over there.
Coper's up to 5. So
I might have waited for 5 at least to give us a try, but he wants to see if 4 is enough. This wastes a little bit of time if it's not enough, but if he gets it, he doesn't. Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. We know where enough hearts are now that we know that both runners can guarantee they'll be able to pick it up if Antlerz just does Deadwoods.
I think there were 2 down there, is that right?
Yes, 1 at the recorder spot in the graveyard, the other at the far southwest corner.
Vanilla 250 blue ring. And $11 bombs. All in one shop. Get everything you need.
Fortunate that jkoper has not found level 6 yet and does not have his red ring. Antler's gonna buy some bombs.
And moving into this vanilla 6 location, there is a level here. I don't think it's 6 based on the other level we saw earlier, but we can see. This looks like it could be... Go ahead.
I was about to say, there is also the fact that we saw 6 with the map.
That's right.
Ladder
block.
Layout. Go ahead.
I was going to say it could be 2.
It very well could be 2. It's either 2 or one of our 7-8. And I think with the layout that we have, unless 7-8 is shapes, that's not very likely.
Yeah, it would have to be shapes if we get 7 or 8 at this point, I think.
Antlerz finds level 9.
But I don't think there was a door in that room, and that tells me it's the foot of the A, so that's why I'm thinking level 2.
Yeah, I'm starting to agree that 2 is more likely. Also, Aqua Madness goes down to 1 bomb.
Yeah, that's squishy.
You like squishy, Aqua. So, here's a question. If you're Antlerz, if you get this 6th heart, do you just immediately go detour and get the wand and then come back?
Maybe. He may want to find level down here and try to see if it's something he can clear first before he makes that play. Just so he can tornado back here and continue where he left off.
Well, the Triforce in 2 doesn't need the wand, so he may do that. Or he's gonna find level 3. Also not a bad idea. To jump in. If he jumps into level 3 and gets the heart out of level 3, he'll be able to get the wand anyway.
jkoper takes a heart of damage to those blue levers.
He's opting not to dig 3.
Very interesting.
I don't at all doubt that he'll be back. He does know that there are any roads that lead near it.
And if he finds that other heart container, I'm very, very certain at that point he might be interested in trying to get a tornado more point out of it.
Or he may just go get the wand and come back, because it's not that far from start.
And that may be what he's banking on. He may be banking on buying that last heart. But wasn't there a heart readily available in 3 already that jkoper got?
There was, and there's also a heart right here.
Oh, well, this will send him to the rod for sure, then. Yeah, save and quit. He's out of there.
I am a little surprised he didn't opt to do the world wrap. It would have been I don't know if it would have been any faster or not, but it would have definitely... But it was definitely an option.
Door 1, door 2, door 3. jkoper goes door 1. And he goes door 1 again, and that's a zonk. Maybe.
Antler will have his wand in about 30 seconds here as jkoper finds level 1.
Level teal was level 1 today?
Yes.
Yep, I'm green.
Really
There's the rod, and Antlers is in magic mode.
The big thing that Coper needs to do right now is find his way to 6 and get that red ring. That is going to help his survivability out tremendously, although he may be able to pick this wand up.
We're going to find out if 5 is enough right now. All the answers will be told right now. jkoper sees the rod, enters the cave, and he picks it up for 5 hearts.
So the interesting thing is, even if he couldn't pick it up, the heart in 1 was free, so he would have been able to get it regardless. And Antler's gonna buy the meat. You know, I like this play right now. He doesn't need to buy arrows, he doesn't need to buy blue ring, really the only other thing he'd want to buy is keys, and the 1 bomb upgrade may actually be enough.
So jkoper is now in level teal, aka level 1, and he will feel a lot more confident going through this really small letter E right now, or rather capital letter E, I guess is a better way to put it, with magic to deal with these Lionels.
You know, the other thing that we haven't been talking about is that was jkoper's first permanent weapon. Antlerz has had Red Candle for a little while because of that ladder.
And jkoper has not found that ladder yet. This is kind of turning into a, except it's not all on the same level in this case, like it was last seed. It is turning into a case of that ladder potentially being important in some way for jkoper as longer he goes without.
Also, I don't at all disagree with the purchase of meat before going into level 3 because it's so likely to be meat blocked.
I agree. With that said, though, we know it's not today, but just that is a play you would make knowing that.
Oh, absolutely.
There's
Landless guard the Triforce. That's kind of rough for Coper without a red ring.
It would be. That Triforce is guarded by Noodles.
If he does get the red ring. Oh,
I love how the compass was in the next room.
I mean, that's always how that works.
Yeah.
I mean, really looking at it, the main difference between these runners is Red Ring in 6 was found by Antlerz, and I haven't seen too many instances of ladder blocks where the lack of ladder is hurting jkoper.
That is true. There have not been a lot of ladder blocks yet, so this could still work out until we see something definitive later with a ladder block later, as he takes another death to the Gliok. Until we see something definitive. Saying the ladder is needed here. That's not hurting that much.
And I don't think Coper has seen level 6 yet to answer the question in chat. Antlerz has picked up his heart container. jkoper's going around 3 versus the Gliok, and oh!
Fatality.
That is huge in second quest 1 through 6. Antlerz picks up a magic key.
Yeah, that's going to be big.
Kind of surprised he didn't take the fairy heal there.
I think the red ring is going to prove to be vital in this.
Absolutely. Even with the amount of hearts the runners have, they still start with just 1.
At this point, if I were Coper, I would leave and come back later. This isn't worth continuing to try to get at. But he may be intent on. He may have figured out this is one already. He just goes walking through this time. I think what he wanted to do before was try to clear the room, see if there was an item in that room. I don't blame him wanting to do that, but if he wants to clear that room, I would wait until later, until you know for sure that the rest of the levels will be cleaned out.
He also just found the second item in one room.
Exactly. That's and that's I find that after 4 deaths to a Gleeok is not really pleasing information.
Now, that room could very well have held the Triforce. Looks like it is going to be inverted controls.
Yeah, I was watching jkoper to see how he reacts to that. Looked like it was inverted.
Also, double staircase reverse C in level 1. Antlerz is now in level 2, and Coper's gonna keep looking at 1.
Oh. Finds the rupee boss at a compass and another door to go through.
He might have forgotten he's already seen,
Yeah, this is gonna come back at him.
Yep. Although he may get a key out of this, so...
Antlerz
I don't
is,
think we've seen every key in 1 yet.
Antlerz is taking out the darkness. Did we say this was 6? I forget which one this was. Or 4.
The one Antlerz is in right now is 2.
Oh, 2, sorry.
I think he'll dig a little bit for the item just because he's still missing bow, and 2 is not that large of a dungeon. And not knowing what our 7 and 8 are yet, I think he's fine spending the time to dig 2 so that he doesn't have to potentially dig a First Quest 7 or a Shapes 8, depending on which it decides to be.
Antlerz is having some difficulty in what I've heard LLZ Cards fan refer to as the grocery store. Losing a lot of health to the darkness, just walking up the aisles.
Is that what this room is called?
That's what he calls it.
Oh, I just always thought it was the vertical bar room, but I like the grocery store.
Well, you see there's like 6 aisles there.
This room would make an amazing room to have a stair.
It would be.
Just a $5. Coper gonna grab the triangle. Antlerz gonna go ahead and clear out this land molar room.
And jkoper is digging again.
I don't think he's... I'm pretty sure he knows it's 1. I think he thinks this Gleeok has something.
Or he forgetting the second quest.
That could be... It had the
He
map.
sees the map, and now he might be realizing, and no, he didn't realize.
Well, there's 2 rooms that were key blocked. There was that bomb pack that could be the White Sword bombs. There is the fact that the heart container was available. And now he's leaving.
Yeah, I think he might have suddenly realized it.
Antlerz, speaking of bomb packs, gets a bomb pack.
Explosives.
That could still be our White Sword bombs, though. Any of these bomb packs on the ground could be the White Sword bombs.
They could be.
Just because the White Sword was shuffled.
If we don't see any actual item in here or heart containers besides just the 1, then that could be the White Sword bombs, like you said.
Have we already seen a floor drop?
I don't recall.
Because this is a stair room in 2.
It is. I was watching jkoper for a while, so I'm not sure.
Well, there's a boomerang. So
the grocery for the grocery store has been found.
The correct boomerang to pick up is the one you find first.
I like that.
Now, in this case, because the runners have so much combat, they're probably not going to pick up either of the boomerangs. But generally speaking, the correct boomerang to pick up is the one you first find.
Now we're in another Triforce room here, nothing there. But $5 inside a skeleton, that has to hurt.
Does it?
Well, maybe not because it's a skeleton, but...
Yeah, I mean, I imagine it just kind of, like, sits in the rib cage, just chilling.
Yeah. And Antlerz gets hit by a sword, loses only half a heart. That red ring is paying dividends for him.
And again, I don't fault this play at all from Antlerz to keep checking this dungeon for an item. He's still missing bow. Oh, that's an interesting transport.
Well,
you don't see that very often.
That's a single room. I wonder if there's a boss enemy in that room.
Looks like he's still got about the middle of
three rooms left. He's not going to go to the room below yet because that's where the Triforce. Or no. Yeah, that is where the Triforce is.
Yep. And again, I don't disagree with this play to go ahead and just finish off 2 while you're here.
So he's going to get a key for his efforts.
Although I think based on that, it is going to be in the troll
Triforce
stair room.
The Triforce room may be the transport.
We've already seen one end of the transport stair, I think. Have we?
Well, the item could actually. No, we've already seen the staircase. It can't be in there. So yeah, it's. This is not the transport. Yeah.
We're looking for the floor drop into. Although I think Antlerz might just leave it behind at this point.
The floor drop could be behind that transport. He may check it just to confirm.
Yeah, but that would be a. Okay, he's gonna go back.
Checking. He's already cleaned up the level, he might as well just find out what the item is. Either that or he picked up the white sword bombs and doesn't know it.
It's possible. I think if Antlerz doesn't see something in this room, he'll probably just assume it's white sword bombs and move on.
I would probably say the same. Either that or go to the transport if that's what he's doing. I don't think it is, though. He is reversing.
He's gonna go left. I think it was the top left corner of the A was the transport.
Top left corner, okay. So get by these danger noodles. He got a nice invincibility pass there.
I don't think that key room necessarily has to be a stair.
That room we just went through has the boomerang.
Yep. Looks like he's going to go up and around to get up to the stair room, which I certainly don't blame him on. It's faster than fighting a metric ton of blue dark nuts.
Okay, going to the left.
jkoper's on Death Mountain.
He is.
I don't.
He has the power bracelet. He can push. I think this rock pushes, right? No, he's not pushing it. Not pushed.
It can push, but because of mixed quest, it doesn't have to push.
Yeah, it doesn't have to. It didn't work. And there's our item.
It's a heart.
At least that's confirmed. We can move on. We know the white sword bombs are still out there somewhere.
Yep. And at this point, he has 2 items left in 4, 1 item left in 5. Which he can now probably get because he has the wand. And the 1 item left in 6, which may be his next destination if he doesn't find much up here, given that he still needs to do it anyway.
Antlerz is back to his part-time job of registering complaints.
jkoper on his last bomb finds a level.
Is this a new level?
Yes. Let's see, based on that entry, the way the dungeon's laying out, 8. Or a shape.
Well, we know it's either 7, 8, or a shape, so
it
could be 7 or 8 if it's a shape. If it's a shape, it could be 7.
Oh, that's right. If it is a shape, it could be 7. You're right. You're right. Ignore me.
I'm too nice, I don't do that.
Ignore me! But I am getting an 8-5 out of this. Just based on the way it's laid out.
Could be. Youngsters these days don't read books like they used to.
Hi, Goma Block.
Well, it blocks the stair, but at least you can get through the room.
And we also know where the bow isn't. Assuming that's an item. If that's a transport, it may be a moot point.
Yeah, if he takes the transport stair and comes out there, he'll know that's not an item. So at this point, I'd probably take a transport just to find out.
Yeah, I think I'd do the same. Worst case scenario, you just go back to a room you've already been in. Hi, Goma!
They're everywhere today.
And this will be a toll room. Gopher paying
Ooh, he
the
gives
heart?
up a heart.
That... I don't know if the 50 rupees was worth the heart container in a 1 heart start seed and you don't have red ring.
I'm surprised he did that.
Now, to be fair, he already has the wand, so he doesn't necessarily need to hold on to the hearts. But I don't know, I think if you have the money, you know that you still have some money left out there. And he doesn't know it yet, but he's not really going to need to buy much of anything in this seed. Okay, Cooper finds the first item in 8. It's a heart container.
And he just gave up the heart, so why pick it up?
Yeah, I think he's just going to run on a 5 heart run at this point.
Wouldn't it be funny if you went below 5 hearts and you lost the item from the white sword because you're no longer good enough to wield it?
We're hearing from chat that this may be a shape. I want to see a map, but...
I want it.
Yeah, that's a shape.
That's a shape.
Okay. It can't be First Quest 7 because they entered from the bottom in a room not all the way at the bottom south row. And there's a stair. That's the second item. It's another heart.
Wow.
So
2
it is
hearts.
8. It is 8.
It is 8 because we have 2 staircase hearts. So yeah, that is definitely 8. We have a 4 drop.
But it's also double heart 8. Oh, come on. Can we get the dream of triple heart 8?
Can we have it happen? Triple heart.
And then jkoper will lose 4 hearts and 8.
Let's have the slot machine. Heart, heart, heart.
Antlerz is going to pick the heart up. He wants to be able to face tank the world in 9.
Now, it's actually surprising with the red ring that he's doing that. jkoper doesn't have the red ring, and he's going on much less health. So I know jkoper is a seasoned Legend of Zelda vanilla runner. He's in that race for sub 30 once periodically that you see sometimes on speed gaming as well. So he is used to playing in low percent situations, but still surprised to see in a rando where things can be beefed up and you have inconsistent ammo that you are willing to ride on 5 hearts.
Well, also consider that, again, he's already picked up the white sword item, so he doesn't need to hold on to more hearts.
Antlerz does drop that heart as well. He can definitely afford that. Is there a color difference between these 2 runners, or are these 2 different levels?
But but both runners are in the same level.
No, it must be a color difference.
Cooper picks up his Triforce out of 8. He is halfway to being eligible to go into level 9. We still have not seen a bow.
Yeah, the bow could be... Well, I don't want to say it could be a 9 because of the potential Goma block there, but it could be a 9.
I mean, Goma did not block the Triforce.
No.
So now the question is, where is level 7?
Now, you know the bunnies are not in dungeons because they're in the overworld today, so we know they're not guarding the bow.
Antlerz is now fighting a manhandler.
Going
full wand strats.
Doing it the manual way, yeah.
You know, I like that.
Indeed. jkoper chooses not to listen to the complaint. And there's another chance to play Name That Tune, those who haven't done it yet.
I don't know. Antler's gonna dig a little bit more of this 8. Oof.
That would hurt.
Yeah. I mean, at least he can whistle back.
Yeah.
So he has that going for him. I forget where 6 was.
I don't remember the exact finish myself, as Antlerz finds a heart container himself in level 8, probably his second at this point.
Yeah, he's gonna skip it.
Yep, and he's out of there.
Did we see a floor item in 8? I forget if we saw a floor item in 8.
Not that I'm aware of. Maybe
I mean,
we
to
did.
be fair, it is level 8, and Antlerz doesn't necessarily need to stay there with the recorder. Also, white sword bombs being brought up in the chat as a possibility.
Yeah, we've been thinking about that for a while ourselves, wondering where those are. Because it's hard to tell sometimes.
What I want to know is where level 7 is.
I will venture a guess that's a location we have not checked yet.
I'm going to venture a guess that it is under a raft spot again.
Nah, power bracelet. Unless we have already checked all those.
Why not both?
They're not both on the same screen.
Challenge accepted.
And Antlerz tries to throw fire at the wall. That doesn't result in anything, but Forgotten Spot is no longer forgotten.
It is now hereby dubbed Remembered Spot.
Indeed.
Someone in chat mentioning ladder spots fell on the river, and that's where Antlerz is heading to check. One of them is dead.
He's checking them right now. And jkoper still doesn't have the ladder. He can't check these, so it's in this location.
Well, they're both duds.
Oh, they're both duds.
So that's a no. So where does Antlerz go from here? Oh, he can go check the top of Death Mountain.
He's gonna check as much of Death Mountain as he still needs to check.
This is fine.
All the Death Mountain you want at half the price.
Half price Death Mountain, sign me up.
Money!
Oh, nice. The mountain's paying you to climb it this time.
Yeah, I love when the mountain pays. And Antlerz takes a stab from an arrow in the back and finds that the arrow points him in the other direction because it does not push.
Jake. Oh, that is fantastic. Nothing there. jkoper's going back into 3.
That is 3, yep.
Now, he will get his any key out of this, so he's definitely got that going for him. I'm starting to think we have second quest cave distribution.
We could.
To answer the question in chat, no, jkoper does not have the red ring.
Ooh, time for music. Oh, those are, well, they're dead now. They were tanky.
Yeah. So let's see where Antlerz heads from here. Maybe back to 6? Oh, wait, was 6 up in... No, wait, that was 1, never mind. That was level teal.
Teal was 1, yes. There's the magic key.
I literally remember nothing about 6 other than it had a red ring in the first 2 rooms.
We only saw the first 2 rooms. We haven't seen anything else in that level. I think it was a red level. I remember that too, but we haven't seen anything else in that level.
To answer the question in chat, what if you had to enter one dungeon to go through another, like the only way to get into 5 is through the transport in 7? There is a coding thing behind that where, because the game doesn't track the Triforce pieces separately, if you went from 5 into 7 and picked up the Triforce in 7, you would have 7's Triforce, which would make something, I forget what. I want to say it makes it to where you can't pick up the Triforce multiple ways. I want to say it makes it to where you can't pick up all the Triforces if you do it that way. Antlerz picks up the Triforce in 6, probably going to go back in looking for an item. He still has 2 items in 4.
I lied, it wasn't red, it was blue.
It was the other teal dungeon.
There were two teal blue dungeons. This one's not as teal. It's more of a darker shade. So less teal, a little more expensive. Or expansive, I mean to say.
So if you're Antlers, let's say you finish this dungeon out, you go through 7, you get the stuff out of 7. You then have 4 and 9 left. Do you gamble on bow and 9?
Oh. We've already seen one item in 4 in the ladder, but we have 2, and last race, 4 was where everything was. I would probably go back to 4 just based on last race.
For me, I think I'd go to 9, at least get knowledge of Ganon and Zelda, and then go back, kind of thing. Because you gotta go into 9 anyway.
That's true.
So you might as well get the information you can, and then if you find Zelda and Ganon real quick, you go back to 4. Especially with Recorder.
Antlers once again facing that manhandle like a man.
Now, this is all assuming level 7 decides to exist in the seed, which it may not.
Yeah, level 7 has these to exist so far.
Jkoper has picked up his any key. Let's see where he heads now. He's probably gonna go look for more levels. You know, if Jkoper checks the desert after this, he will find 6. He's very close to it.
First he visits somebody.
You gotta take the stair.
Oh shoot.
Yep. Oh, I know, he's gonna go around.
Oh, he pushes the stair but doesn't take it, so he is gonna go down and see what's in there.
And Jkoper's about to go into 6. He's probably gonna walk in, get his red ring, and immediately leave.
Oh, or find the Triforce.
But he can't pick it up.
He can't.
And Magic Boomerang is the other item in 6.
We know it's a ladder block Triforce.
So he's got a 33% chance that there's a 33% chance any given dungeon Antlers goes to is going to have the silver arrows.
So jkoper gets the information. This is level 6. Gets the red ring. Knows that he is now red bubble cursed. So he has a decision to make here.
I do mean the bow. I might have said silvers.
I
only
didn't
do
hear.
my math on silver.
I heard nothing.
You know, I actually like this play. I think... I don't recall, but we might actually be raft blocked out of 7. In which case, this play makes all of the sense. Also, that is the cruelest joke ever to mankind.
What joke?
You have to enter a Goma room from the top, and it's a Chevy room, so you have to basically just face tank the Goma.
Oh, that is... yeah, that's rude. Meanwhile, yeah, I think we've said this is level 4, is that right?
Yes.
I forgot this color scheme, so I just had to make sure myself here. So, yeah, I like the play going back into 4. There's still a fair number of rooms here you can go to, so let's find out.
And if he's thinking there's a raft block, then this makes even more sense to just go check it.
If the raft's in 4, this is turning out to be a potential option. jkoper is, by the way, going through 6. You said he would leave right away.
I thought he would leave right away with that red ring, but it looks like he's going to stick around without a ladder. Knowing that he's ladder blocked, he's probably hoping for a ladder in here. Also, we're now in the ladder blocked portion of 4. If it's bow raft in 4...
Yeah, if the raft is down here, this is chain reaction like chat would be looking for.
I think at this point, if he finds the item, he's probably just going to go look for both.
Now to walk through wall in 4. And on the other side, Dark Nuts.
Raise your hand if you're surprised. So, Jkoper's gonna see his magic boomerang in here, he's probably gonna leave. Then it's just a matter of when does he go dig 4?
Is he going to burn the boomerang? No, he's going to just leave.
Yeah, that makes sense. He knows he's ladder blocked from the right. That's a
hello,
room.
Chevy room.
Has he not been to South Forest yet? I'm kind of surprised. Or maybe he just isn't wanting to do 4 until he knows he has to.
It's not going to be long before he has to.
And to be fair, outside of the Triforce and 6, nothing else has been ladder blocked.
The only thing he knows at this point is the ladder's not in 9.
Yeah. Which is not insignificant information. More danger noodles. Coper's back in 5 again.
Antler's going to reset the room, and Antler's using tech to reset the room, get rid of the second danger noodle, having already killed the first. And yeah, jkoper is back in 5. He's got everything out of 5, doesn't he?
No, there's still 1 item left in 5.
Oh.
If this is Bo, that actually will really help out Coper, because I don't see Antlers going back to 5 before he goes to 9.
The bow could be huge, but at the same time, if the raft is in here and that's our level, or if jkoper takes a death instead.
Man! The seed is not being nice to Coper even with the red ring.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whether he has jewelry or not. It's just he's not able to face take it for whatever reason.
And Antlers has pretty much seen all of this level 4.
The old man apparently is a fan of holding things in front of him.
Let's see. Compass. So Antlers has got to start to try to make his way north.
The compass won't do anything, and there's 2 rooms to the north. There's at least 1, potentially 3 rooms to the south that he can still check.
And Coper finds the compass. He's got to go all the way to the other end of 5. There's the map.
Yeah, there's our letter D official. By the way, the book is still out there too, and the book serves function as an atlas today, so all maps would then be visible.
Now hold up. Not Goma. Okay, no, it's not a bow block. Never mind. I'm gonna say, if the item in 4 was bow block, that almost forces Bo to be in 5.
Still could be bow block. We have a couple rooms you haven't seen up here, and we're getting those right now. Nope. 1 more down in the spine of the D.
Yeah.
Have we seen those middle 2 rooms?
I think we've seen 1 of them. I don't know if we've seen both. Alright, here we go. Okay, so I think our White Sword bombs are in 5?
Must be.
There's a heart in 4. Okay, so
that's 2 items.
That almost forces Raft to be in here. Doesn't hard force it, but it almost forces Raft to be in here, or 7's not Raft blocked.
If Raft is in here, that's a sign for us.
If White Sword bombs are in 5, what did we say was in 2? We saw... Did we see 2 hearts? I think we saw 2 hearts in 2.
We had a boomerang in 2.
We had a boomerang. What was the floor drop? Did we see a floor drop?
The lower left corner of the screen. The items that we have marked, we have seen in levels. The items we have not seen are the raft, the bow, and the book. Those are the 3 key items that we have not seen. Everything else has been marked. It looks like 1 through 6 each had at least 1 item. 6 had both the red ring and the scrap metal. Silvers were in 5, ladder was in 4, key was in 3, bracelet was in 1, and 2 had the Lord Banana.
Hey, hold up. Did we see the 3rd item in 8?
I don't think we did.
Okay, so that's still at large.
We know there's 2 hearts. Antler's is in the last room right now, and finds a key, finds a stair, finds an item. It's the book.
Book. You know, I like this. He still has Shape 7 and Shapes 9 to do.
I like this play.
Raft in 5.
Oh.
That's good. But at the same time, that's about Antlers' only option left, so he's going to be right behind Coper. So it's not as big of an advantage as we think. And 8 may well be White Sword bombs. 8 well might also have been White Sword bombs.
I think I think level 7 is draft lock at this point. I'm just gonna go with that gamble.
Yeah, I think at this point it's got to be. Koper still has not been to 4. I don't think.
No, he has not been to 4 at all, and as far as I'm aware, and that's where our ladder is. He needs to go to 4.
But he only needs the ladder out of it, and that's going to help him a little bit, because once he goes into 4, unless he wants the book for the maps, which he isn't going to know what's in there, he can get the ladder, get the Triforce, and just leave, and that would make his 4 a bit shorter than Antler's 4.
Yeah, he won't want a full clear, but he is still looking for the bow, so unless he goes to 7 first and finds the bow there, he won't go back to 4 and dig for it otherwise.
Go home, Tektite, you're drunk.
Did that one go through the map?
Yes.
Nice.
Wait, no, it didn't go through the map, it just went through the HUD. Sorry.
The HUD, yeah, the HUD.
Antler's gonna take out his Glee Rock and get his raft.
He got his raft, so not far behind there. He also has a huge Triforce lead at this point, 2 Triforces ahead.
Combined with having the ladder out of 4, has jkoper even seen 4 yet?
I don't think he has. Where was 4 located again?
Vanilla 8. Vanilla First Quest 8.
Well, no, he hasn't if he hasn't burned that bush yet.
Interesting. Antlerz is about to experience deja vu, unless it's at the other raft spot, which, let's be real, it probably will be this time. Nope, it's deja vu for Antlerz. We found 7, and
wow.
Name that inkbot, folks.
Yeah, that is, okay, I don't know about the 3 rooms, but I'm going to say that is a horse and its rider.
You know what? I'm gonna say Atari Cowboy, and those 3 dots are like some sort of thing. He's shot out a bullet, and for some reason the bullet's hitting the ground right in front of him, or it's something that he dropped on the ground.
I was gonna say it's too low for a bullet.
Agreed.
Also a bit of a big bullet.
Yep. Antler's probably gonna go check the back rooms. I'm thinking based on the size of the 7, he's probably gonna dig it at least a little bit.
Interesting guess in chat. Side shot of an Octorok firing. Side view.
Now, if we see a white sword, if we see a bomb pack and a staircase, that means there's a 3rd item still at large in 8, and then it's a question of do you dig shapes 8 or go to 9? Oh. That's a little bit of a tough room to deal with for Antlerz. He may want to opt to do that later.
At the same time, could that be a 4-drop room?
I think it can, but he might take the path of get the Triforce, get health, and then come back into the room.
That would work. jkoper taking a complaint. He gets to lose some of the 255 rupees he had. jkoper has confirmed that raft spot was not the correct raft spot.
Still sees that red cancel on the code.
Is not picking it up.
He doesn't have the ladder.
Oh yeah, that's true. He can't.
Although he might be getting his ladder shortly, because he's going to find 4 here.
Yeah, he's 1 screen away, I think. Oh, he's... Oh, that was a useful flute. 53 and 75 for our beverages today.
A little bit high.
Well, especially for the blue one, that's very high. Ding!
Koper's found level 4, his favorite level.
So not only did he not have to make a conscious choice not to dig for it, he didn't actually find for it.
Level 4 has not been kind to jkoper tonight.
It has not been his night for it. I'll be interested to see if he gets the ladder and bails. The fact that he still needs the bows tells me he might be digging here for a while. He does not. Oh, he's going to use the... jkoper is spending some bombs before getting some bombs, and now he gets his bomb upgrade at level 4. That's where it was that Antlerz found it earlier. And that is 14 bombs for jkoper now.
And to answer the question... Oh, go ahead.
And the snake gets a meal. Go ahead.
To answer the question in chat, as the winner of this face, they will be facing the winner of Mr. Fred Coughlin and Mr. Captain Fury 7 Green. You know, those land molars are not at all just pleasant. And welcome to why I personally believe the 1 to 5 heart start was the least enjoyable flag of this side of the tournament. Is you'll notice that jkoper's always having to start with 1 heart, so he's always having to play extremely careful around these land molars. Even if you get more hearts, you still start with just the 1.
Oh, we found our item. There's our white sword bombs. Now, funny little thing, if he were to go pick those up, and he doesn't need to because he has plenty, but if he were to go pick those up, the bats would freeze in place and the music would stop. Kind of eerie.
So now we have a floor item and 8 still open to us. We had a floor item and 7 of a heart container. It's now a 66% chance that the silver arrows are going to be...
We have the silver arrows.
The bow is going to be a 9. Actually, you know what? I think you just take 9 anyway, given the prevalence of Goma blocks in 8.
It's possible.
Item is... Go ahead.
I was saying it's possible.
Yes. Also, every item is a silver arrows at this point. All items are silvers.
So Antlerz just picked up a silver arrow out of level 7. Is going to be on his way to level 9. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got 8 silver arrows, now he can go into 9 and use the silver arrows. And jkoper gets his ladder.
And then once he gets to level 9, we'll explain what happens when he gets there, but he will need the, to use the red candle in order to take out the... Never mind. I don't know where I'm going with that.
Look, you drop the meat on Ganon's face while he's busy eating the meat, you run up behind him and stab him with the silver arrow, and then you don't need the bow.
That works.
How that works?
I think that works.
I'd like it if that's how that worked.
So, let's explain what's going to be happening here in level 9. Antlerz is looking for 2 things. 1, a shutter door, like those, that does not open. A single shutter door cannot be a double shutter door. So if that single shutter door, like the one up there, does not open after he kills these enemies, that could be where the girl is located. We're going to find an answer to that right now as he kills these Tektites and possibly pushes a block. That opens, so that's not it. But the other thing that we're looking for is a... we should get the audio on him as well. We're going to be looking for a squealing pig. And when we hear that squealing pig, which is why we're going to try and get the audio to him right now, we will know that is where the pig itself is to the north, south, east, or west of his current room. We do now have his audio. So we will be able to tell at that point Ganon is close by, and if we defeat Ganon, once we have the silver arrow, and then we see the shutter door open with enemies in the room, that's where the girl is. Of course, before all that, we need a bow.
No, we needed silver arrows. Clearly.
We need that too, but in the inventory...
Everything is...
yeah, I know you're going with.
Yeah. Everything is silver arrows. It's just made out of wood.
The silver bow, right? If persuasion
silver bow,
doesn't work... If persuasion doesn't work, try force. So what do? You punch the old man with some magic and, force didn't work.
Look, I take that hint as meaning if persuasion doesn't work to get bombs, then try to force bombs.
That's actually a useful hint. I thought we didn't have useful hints.
And on top of that, the old man is the perfect thing to force bombs off of because you can just hit him repeatedly until you get to the 10 count. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to bomb the old man 10 times for bombs.
That doesn't work. That doesn't work. And yeah, Wiz Ropes are beefy. And this could be a push block. This is a push block. This is a transport.
Surprise, surprise.
And he accidentally pushes it again. Because, you know, why not show it again?
Also, not Ganon.
Side effect of the wand having fire at the end of it, it works as a candle.
And if you're really precise with it, you can use it to burn bushes on the overworld.
Yeah, but only to a certain point.
I am not advocating using it as a method to burn bushes.
No, they may burn down the forest.
Just burn a jungle biome. Boom, problem solved.
Okay, those Wizrobes are not beefy. Oh look, Ganon's room. Just no Ganon. He was abducted by Wizrobes.
I don't know which is worse. Cooper gonna get his triangle out of 6.
To be honest, Wizrobes are the true final boss. And jkoper is now one level 7 Triforce away from his level 9. We still don't have a bow.
So this is quite a bit closer than the race we saw earlier, in that if Cooper takes the right path in 9, he could very well sneak this out right from underneath Antler's nose.
Well, he has to find the path before Antlers does. That's what the key is going to be here if this does go to that kind of situation. Of course, this could just be one of those really awful level 9s that both runners have trouble with.
That's also assuming he doesn't see the White Sword bombs here in 8 and decides to go dig... or in 7 and decides to go dig 8 for the floor drop.
If jkoper finds the bow outside of level 9 while Antlers is still digging level 9, that will be huge.
That would probably be enough to force... Honestly, that probably would be enough to force a game 3 alone.
It depends on information. If Ganon is deep in and the princess is deep in, and Antlers knows that before jkoper gets in, then even if he gets the bow later, he can get back to level 9, he knows where to go, and that information advantage could be enough to maintain the lead. We'll just have to see, but if this level turns out to be awful, you know why we call it the Great Equalizer. It very often has earned that name. I've seen it many times in this tournament alone.
You know what? I'm gonna agree with 7-8 time. The person that finishes faster will win.
That sounds logical. Well, we could just put it based on money. If that's the case, Antlers wins right now.
Battle of Wits. If your deck has 200 cards, you win.
If you're gonna say wits, then we might have other people in the commentary booth who've already won that.
Yeah, I would agree.
Okay, Bug, come let me finish you off, says jkoper. It's trying to tease him. Trolley bugs, I hate trolley bugs. There it goes.
Bug. Okay, so level 9's upper right portion seems to not have much, if anything.
Clearly Zelda's in the room in the very far south to the left.
Yeah, probably in that, like, one little dub along the bottom row.
And Ganon guards are in the one of those 2 rooms above it.
To answer the question in chat, I just theory craft really bad decks. That's all I do. Alright, Cooper's still on 7. Antlers is going to get a net gain of bombs out of this Wizard Room.
It's always good to start with more bombs than you, or finish with more bombs than you started with.
There once was a Hylian from Nantucket.
jkoper is refilling health. Please wait. Continue.
It's like when you're... It's like, oh, hi, that's a princess, maybe.
That could be a princess. Now, if there were no other items in the room, you could have a situation where you have to push the block to open the doors. But if that is not a push block to open the door, then that could be the princess.
Yes, which is why I'm a little surprised he didn't try to push it open.
Yeah, me too. We have seen that in a race before. A door that I actually thought that both my co-comment I thought was the princess. It turned out there was a push block. We found out later opened that door to get to Ganon in that corner. So yeah, it's always pays to push the block if you see one.
I'm surprised Antlerz did not take that stair. Okay, now he's gonna push
There
it.
he is, and the door opens. So that is not the princess.
And that's a patch.
But it's a trap. And he doesn't want to go back to one heart, so he's going to have to spend some time murdering the thing. What room is this, by the way? I'm not familiar with this room.
This is the circle/square room from level 7, first quest.
Oh.
It only exists in that dungeon, and there's only one of it in the game.
And it's in level 9 today.
Yep.
And Patra would be very annoying right now if it were to be in the middle of that rectangle. In a trap room. That would be awful. Oh, hi,
And the
Uncle
wizard respawned, so he's... I don't see why he would take the stair.
Well,
That's a lot of bomb investment. That's interesting.
He has money, they're cheap, he can do it.
Yeah, and the wizards did give him a really nice pattern.
The clip, there's the clip. jkoper is now in the wolf's nose, or whatever you want to call it, of that level 7. Finding a key.
There's a compass.
Gets the controls back, and hello, Allmaster.
That compass
Well, we
is
know who the
important.
girl is. So, I'm happy to report that I was wrong. The girl was 2 squares north and 2 squares east of where I predicted she would be.
Hey. Still technically the southwest corner.
It is, but not exactly where I thought she would be.
Alright.
But yeah, I'll take credit for Southwest, thank you.
And
Oh!
there's our silver arrows, now we can go kill Ganon.
There's our silver bow to fire our wooden arrows with, and, you know.
Yeah.
So
now
at
he's just
this,
gotta go to Ganon.
at 1 hour, 25 minutes, and 25 seconds, Silver Antlerz is in bow mode.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say silver mode.
Silver bow mode. So we're gonna go find the pig now, and once we find him, he is on a silver platter for us.
This bacon served, sunny side up on a silver platter. Oh, but bomb blocked.
Ouch.
Looks like he's gonna go back to start.
And back
Find another
to
way.
and now under beeping strats. I have to say I appreciate the fact that jkoper had those off.
Yes. Well, there's a bomb pack.
Oh, that's useful, but now you're down to 1 heart, so
Yeah.
I assume
I've not
Antlerz
heard
still
Ganon
has. I assume Antlerz still has his potion.
Did Antlerz ever get a potion?
I think he did.
Wow, that came out wrong. Did he ever get a potion?
I think he did. We hear the pig.
Well,
To the left or north through a bomb wall. Or maybe
Pig
not a
guarding
bomb
Zelda?
wall. He could be guarding Zelda if it's that room. Oh, wow. Let's see. Nope, not guarding Zelda. So for the first time
There's
tonight,
Ganon.
second time tonight, ladies and gentlemen, here's bacon.
it's not bacon yet. You gotta cook it first.
Oh,
And
okay.
thankfully, he has the book, so the wand is fiery.
Yeah, that'll
Is he doing
make
this with the
it.
vertical controls?
I
Oh.
think he might have been.
Yes, silver bacon.
So now will he get a potion?
Probably.
Yeah, he's getting a potion.
Or just a fairy heal. That also will fix his controls.
That's true. But he has the money. He can buy a potion if he wants to.
Did he ever get the letter?
Good point. Maybe he didn't. jkoper, I
Jkoper.
know did.
Seize the white sword bombs.
There is the fairy refill. And as I stated before, that freezes the bats and turns off the music. You can't hear the music now, but his music was off for a moment. Now it starts over as he gets back in the dungeon. There's his compass. He sees it's 2 rooms away, and he's like, well, after all that, it's up here in the tail. I'm just going to call that a wolf now, chasing some... Yeah, a better announce that level. That is a wolf chasing something. Or a dog.
So Koper's going to be entering 9, as Antlerz is going to be fighting Ganon. To answer the question in the chat, yes, the white sword bombs are literally just a bomb pack. There's nothing special about them. Oh, he gets bubbled again.
Inverted controls.
But he does have health.
Well, he has the health, but he's gonna have to maintain the inverted controls, so that will be a little more of a challenge. And he gets bought by a wizard, but only half a heart. That's not gonna do much.
He'll be fine.
Hey, I'm over here. I'm over here.
You know, you think Ganon would invest a little more money in soundproofing?
You think he would?
Yes. Koper.
Stunlock.
Yeah. That's going to be a Ganon fight.
7 hits, we have Bacon, and she is 3 rooms away.
Yep. He's just got to find a path.
Now, if he goes north and sees the door, that's a good sign. No door. Bomb wall?
He's probably going to try to bomb it.
He will try to bomb it. No bomb. Moving up. There's a door. Please kill all little bubbly creatures on the floor to access.
That's Koper is at 9. There's the map.
Yeah, nice time for a map.
Hey.
Can he bomb south from here? He's going to try this door first.
Oh!
Oh!
Wall mastered!
There's only one way to respond to that. Give him a hand.
I can't do that with Force to Talk on.
I use my elbow. And he's now next to the girl, but there's no access here. He's back in Ganon's room. Go left. He's going to try and find it here. There's no door.
No.
Wow!
Okay.
On
So
3
you can only
walls.
get in from one way. Okay, now he's got to try to get into there.
This is where he got handled. He has to bomb here. It's not there. It's from the south. He has to get it from the south. All 3 walls here are solid. Either that or he has to get into that room a different way. He's
the magical staircase right now would just be awful.
He's going to go back through Ganon's room right now to try to find his way around.
Yeah, that's a good idea. He's already tried here.
He has,
I think he's going to try again.
He's forgotten. He wants to make sure that wall hasn't moved since he was last here. He's checking the map now. He sees the room there and is going back to Ganon's room. This is what I thought he might do. He's going to go right, see if there's a door he missed here. There is not. Can you bomb up?
Let's see. Yes.
You can. Is the door there? The door is there. This is going to be it.
And she's guarded by an old man again. Wait.
Well then.
Oh, inverted controls.
Inverted controls. Yeah, he got a little excited. Be curious, not judgmental. So be curious, not judgmental. Yes, be curious. Enter the room with a girl and claim victory. As Antlerz does get into the room, and he does finish with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 31 minutes, and 37 seconds. And he does win this series 2-0. There will be no Game 3 this evening. So, again, get your DGs in chat. We'll see if he wants to come chat with us.
You know, I wonder if that was a staircase room. Probably not, because I don't think Zelda can be in staircase rooms. Although I have seen her on the other end of a one-way stair in Second Quest 9. So, these two seeds felt very similar to each other. In both cases, level 4 had the thing you needed. In both cases, there was a raft block dungeon at Vanilla 4. In both cases, level 1 proved to have something. Believer joined by an Antlerz in the chat. GG, sir, on 2 back-to-back wins.
Looks like you might not have audio yet, but for those who were playing Name That Tune, it was Fear of the Heavens from Secret of Mana we can see on the Antler's side, and I think you just heard him.
Hey, thanks, guys.
GG.
So, how similar were those two seeds for you?
I was getting deja vu a little bit, to be honest. I found those early silvers in level, I don't remember. I was gonna say 3, but it actually wasn't 3. I don't remember what dungeon it was, because that's the one they were in the first seed. They're kind of running
5. 5 was
That
where
was
silvers
5.
were.
Yeah, that's...
With the raft. With the raft.
Yeah, raft required to find the last dungeon again. I was like, seriously? Is this happening again?
4 had an important item again.
Yeah, it did. And then it had... I was kind of thinking, with how similar they were, that maybe 4 would just have my raft for me. But unfortunately, I full cleared that, and it did not have my raft. But I'll be honest, I felt a lot better about the first race going into 9 than I did the second race. I was waiting for the dot done any second.
So the big separator between the two of you guys is jkoper's last 2 dungeons that he found, besides 7, were 6 and 4.
And 4 had your... Well, 4 had your ladder to get the red candle, but he probably had the wand by then if he found it last.
Oh, we found the other right of it's a heart container.
Oh, in level 9?
Yep.
Yep.
Has Koper found the bow yet?
Nope.
He is not.
Yeah, I'm guessing that was a magic staircase.
The bigger issue is that Koper didn't have Red Ring for most of the seed, and he was having health issues for a good chunk of it.
Oh yeah, I forgot the red ring was in 6, wasn't it? That's rough.
Yeah. 6 and 4 were the last 2 levels I think he located. I don't think it was in 4 for about an hour or something, or close to an hour, maybe a little less, but that kept him away from the ladder for the longest time. He did try to do 6 before getting to 4, and he couldn't finish 6 because obviously it was Triforce was in the ladder block room. So that set him scurrying around looking for the ladder, and by the time he found that, you were in level 9. Or maybe you were at 9 yet, but you were close to level 9.
Yeah, man, I can't imagine the seed without that early red ring. That would have been because that's like the first thing I found outside of the candle, obviously.
Antlerz, you're being asked if you want to play Game 3 for the viewers' amusement.
Well, I mean, I don't have anything going on, but I don't know if Koper's gonna want. If Koper wants to, I'd be happy to, but I don't know if he'll really feel like it, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess he probably won't after having 2 seeds like that, almost the same kind of seed back to back. But hey, if chat wants to for an exhibition race, you never know. We could do that.
I volunteer chat to race you instead.
Just chat collectively to race me.
Yes, all of them running at the same time.
Oh, our commentator for race 3 is there, ready, standing by, ready for an exhibition race. Hi, Chester.
Yeah, that should be a thing. Twitch plays Z1R.
Hey, we got a suggestion in chat. Play these flags with a sword.
You just everything the same except for with a sword.
Yes.
They would still
That would be interesting.
They would still be really difficult flags.
Agreed. It just means you wouldn't have to worry about, oh, well, there's Bull's Voice, I can't kill them for 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Those red bubbles in level 9 were quite the trolls that toward the end going to Ganon. And of course, after I go and get a health refill and then take another red bubble bop, I have a perfect Ganon fight with, even with the curse.
I mean, that's generally how that's supposed to work.
Right. After you spend the time to go get a health refill, you do it perfectly and you didn't need it anyway.
jkoper is moving sort of in the direction of the bow. I don't know if you can bomb into the room where the bow is, but if he can, he might be able to do that or find an alternate path to get up there. Although now he's going the other way.
And one thing I do want to say is I've been really fortunate both times I've met jkoper. Well, 2 of the 3 times that I've met jkoper in the tournament. He is he's an amazing player, and I learned a ton of what I know just from watching him streams this game. So he's one of the best out there. Honestly, I'd still say he's better than me. I just got a little luckier this time, but it's really cool to be able to match up with him and have these races.
So I will ask the question. Which flag do you think has been the most interesting out of the changes between Bracket and Elite 8?
Honestly, this flag goes a little bit unnoticed. And I think it's what really makes these seeds harder than any of the other flags. And it's remove most free staircases, or remove most open staircases. And what that does is, for those who don't know, it removes almost all of the staircase rooms that are the spiral staircase, basically all of the open one on the east, the diamond staircase, basically all of them that you can access without having to push a block, either by just walking into them or by block clipping into them. So a ton more staircases are accessed by by way of killing enemies, and that, in my opinion, is one of the biggest things that make these flags a lot harder. Because you can't just walk into a dungeon with no offense and hope to get lucky and find a free wand just in an open staircase right away. I mean, you can, but it's a lot less likely. And the heart container shuffle. The heart container shuffle is the one that gets all the attention.
jkoper just found Ganon's roar. And I was going to agree with you actually on that. It actually would be a lot harder without any kind of weapon to go around the dungeon. Obviously, if the sword was in the world, instead of the blue candle, the free blue candle, that would be a little more palatable. I mean, you'd be able to get in there with a sword and it wouldn't be as bad, but yeah, I agree, that is very difficult to deal with. jkoper did not bomb down into Ganon's room.
Did not. Although jkoper did find Zelda.
Yeah, he found the curious, judgmental old man. There was a walk-through wall. Did you read Antlerz? There was a walk-through wall in that old man room on a wall that you tried to bomb.
I found the one that led back to Ganon's room, but I didn't find one in an old man room.
Yeah, there was 2 rooms away on the left. jkoper just did this. I don't think you did. He managed to walk through the wall into the old man's room from the left entrance. You came into the old man from the bottom.
That's interesting. Yeah, I didn't even think to do that. That might have cost me if that wall didn't bomb. I might still be looking for a magic staircase to get there.
Yeah, you'd be lost right now if you didn't find that.
jkoper's doing some bombing. Let's see if it leads to anything. Oh! It is not a magic staircase that gets the bow.
Oh, yeah, I just saw it on the restream. I'm a little bit behind you guys, but yeah, he's about to find it.
You just found $5.
He's gonna find the knot. He's gonna find the compass and the knot bow room.
And he's confirmed that the room next to where the old man was asking him to be curious is indeed where the girl is. Granted, the door gave that away anyway. He's trying to get the blue bubble right now, gets it, wants to get out of here.
It looks like he's gonna check every stair before the bow stair for the bow. So, we here in the commentator's booth thought there was 3 white sword bombs in this seed.
We did?
We thought it was an 8, we thought it was an 2, we thought it was an 5.
Well, you thought there were silver arrows in 4 dungeons.
Look, every item is the silver arrows, and jkoper just went back through the magic stair.
Oh no, that's not good.
Oh man.
At least the blue wizarobes are only 2 HP, but he doesn't have enough bomb.
He's nearly full cleared this 9.
Yeah, minus like 3 rooms at this point.
And one of those rooms is again unblocked.
Yeah, that room was annoying. The Patra room that shuttered you in, and also was the square block. And that's why it's annoying. Patra likes to just hang out in the middle of the room a lot of times.
That room's awful. I agree.
Once again, there once was a Hylian from Nantucket.
Continue.
He thought about finding a bow to put in his pocket.
Ooh, that'd be a big pocket.
Well, this Hylian's from the countryside, the one that's currently looking for the bow.
But then he came to the horrible realization. The bow wouldn't go in his pocket without some sort of hesitation. So he sought out a clothier to increase the size. Unfortunately for him, the clothier only accepted payments of rye. That was a necessary thing this commentary needed.
Alright, it looks like he's back there. Thank goodness. That's just awful.
Yeah.
Getting trapped at, like, the fact that that one staircase takes you to that room specific. Did he end up finding the floor item in 8, by the way?
I don't think he did.
Because that's the only item that I didn't find, was the floor item in 8, so I was worried about that going through 9. Until obviously I found the bow. I was feeling a little bit better when I was kind of thinking that the wand was magic staircase required to get there, but either way,
wand?
Or sorry, not the wand, the bow is what I meant. But either way, I was feeling a little bit better because of the fact of like the bow was so far away from the entrance, and I found a staircase there.
Yeah, we were kind of curious as to why you opted to take the staircase with the blue wizards when you only had 4 bombs, but it really worked out.
Yeah, I didn't think they would respawn just going 2 rooms away. That was interesting. I figured I could go check that one room and then come back and they would still be dead, but obviously I was wrong.
So jkoper has found Ganon now with the bow.
Has the stun lock.
Knows where the girl is, so this will be over in about 45 seconds.
Give or take.
He was gonna save and quit and then realized, oh wait, she's right here.
Just walk to the right.
Just go through the wall.
Yeah, because that's totally a thing you can do, is just walk through a wall.
You don't do that normally?
Last time I tried to do it, my shoulder just hurt.
Oh, I see. Anyway, jkoper has now officially finished in second place of this race with an official astral time of 1 hour, 47 minutes, and 34 seconds. Get your GGs in chat.
So what have we learned today, besides never let me do a limerick?
Playing without a sword can be hard.
I had forgotten every other lesson after the limerick.
Always dig 4.
Yeah, that's also a thing that you should probably do.
What's up?
I think jkoper has joined us. GG.
Hey, GG, jkoper.
Thanks. I don't know.
So
the things I did in these 2 seeds worked out for me, so...
Yeah, the very first important question is, are you having a sense of deja vu right now?
No.
No?
No.
Both very similar.
Very different. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, that second quest lower and shapes upper. But I don't know, beyond that, I don't think they felt that similar.
Well, we were going with the fact that there was an important item in 4. There was a level of raft spot in both seas, apparently. Those kinds of things are what I was referring to with that. But other than that, how do those seeds feel in general?
I just felt like I made bad decisions, especially in the first seed. This seed, I don't know. Probably made bad decisions. It's really hard to judge that. I could have ditched levels earlier. I'm not sure. I don't know how many items Antlerz found, like in this seed in particular, because the bow being a 9 in that corner is pretty significant. So
I was really lucky to clear the blue Wizrobe room in the River Sea first, and it took me right to the bow and the compass, actually.
okay.
But the only items I didn't find were the other one in 9 and the floor item in 8. But they said the biggest difference in this was the fact that, like, the first item I found was the red ring in level 6.
Mm-hmm.
So that, I can't even imagine the seed without the red ring.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see my death count because I just shut it off. Yeah, I guess one of the worst parts of having the 1 health is not being able to up an A in dungeons, I suppose. And yeah, that really makes exploration in a dungeon a little worse. Whatever. Maybe if things would have been in different locations, I would have competed better in these races, but not particularly pleased with how it went, especially the first one. Man, there's just... It was like I was playing a different game than you were on the first one. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, probably what it was is I didn't even touch 8 beyond the Triforce. I found the Triforce, like, what was it, 1 or 2 rooms in, and didn't go back.
Yeah, I'm sure that was one thing. I also dug other dungeons, like, several times for nothing, basically. But it was always like, man, I've just got 1 or 2 more rooms left, and, there's nothing there. I think I also made a mistake in the first seed in that I believe I had both items in 1, and I kept looking in there. I think there was a heart in the raft in 1, in the first one. Yeah. Man, did you find the wand super early like I did here?
I found it kinda early, or you're talking about the second seed?
Yeah.
I found it kinda early, but I obviously had to go and find hearts. I had the red candle before I even found the wand.
I'll interject here on the rod. You actually found the rod first, jkoper.
Yeah, I would expect so.
Yeah, he found it about, I want to say 10 minutes or so, maybe somewhere in that range later. and because he didn't go up there for a while, but then he was first to pick it up. He couldn't do it on 4 hearts. 4 wasn't enough. So lost a little time going up there. Went down to the Lost Woods, found the 2 hearts down there, quickly bailed, head up there, grabbed it, and you were about, I want to say, not far behind getting it on 5 hearts. So 5 wasn't up on that today.
Yeah, that ladder red candle thing, that would sound like it would make an even bigger difference than...
That was the difference, in my opinion.
The red ring, to me, yeah. Because I was... You know, I found the wand super early, but there wasn't anything I could do with it. I found it with 1 or 2 hearts at the most. I think I still had 1 even. But then I got a couple hearts not too long after that, but it was a while. Like, I didn't pick it up until 38 minutes or whatever, even though I found it, half an hour earlier.
Yeah, I was feeling... It was kind of a roller coaster for me as far as like how I felt about my position, because at first, like, I felt pretty good when I found that ladder again in level 4, wherever it was. I think it was level 4, but then I went right over and got the red candle, and then a few minutes after that, I found the wand up there as the white sword item. I'm like, oh, I don't feel so good anymore. I should have been just looking on the overworld for hearts, but yeah, the heart container locations on the overworld were not that conducive to the starting location as far as getting them early either.
Yeah, I found 4 probably over an hour in, I think. So
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that's rough.
I think I full cleared the overworld. I can't say for sure, but I'm pretty sure I did.
I did outside of the East Wrap spot.
Yeah, jkoper did check that. There was just a cave there, obviously.
Right, nothing interesting. So, anyway, disappointing finish, but I won like 6 matches in a row, so guess did what I could based on after losing so early in the tournament.
You had a great run in the lower bracket. I was surprised to see you drop the lower bracket very early myself, but you had a really, really great run. You still could have won this. It was a really, really good run that you had there, and admirable performance, if I may say that, coming through as much as you did to get to this point. So while you are leading the tournament, it's still a very good tournament, I think, for you.
Yeah, and the names too, not just the amount of matches that you won, but the people that you had to go through is insane. It's crazy.
Of course,
rather that many off in a row against that kind of quality.
Yeah, Thurwolf, Dig Shake, Zarnax were 3 just in the Elite 8 round that you had to go through, exactly, and then a few others before that. So yeah, some very good names to get to this point, and no shame in going out at this point.
Right. Well, I'm also disappointed that we got the main Speed Gaming channel here, and I wasn't able to give everyone the 3rd race that we all wanted. But well, what can you do? Go ahead.
I was gonna say it was a good show all the same, and we do thank you for being part of that show. We enjoyed it.
All right. Thanks for the restream, commentary, tracking, and good luck in the rest, Antlers. It should be really fun. With what we've got left here, just 5 people left in this tournament, and they're all pretty good at this swordless random thing, so it should be fun.
I appreciate it, man. Definitely thanks to everyone who made the restream happen, especially with the kind of marathon that we did. So I kind of echo what jkoper.
So I do have another question for you very quickly here as well, Antlers. Your opponent will be either Captain Green 7 or the creator himself, who would you prefer to face?
Pass.
I'm sorry, that is not one of the runners. I'm gonna have to ask you to pick again.
Honestly, both of them are just insanely good especially at harder flag sets, and I don't think it will matter really which one of them that I end up facing. I guess just selfishly because I had Captain Green in my Final Four in the prediction bracket. I guess selfishly I prefer Captain Green just because if I lose, at least I'll be gaining some points in the predictions. But other than that, no, I could see that going either way, and I'm really excited to watch those races. That's going to be insanely good.
Since you brought that up, I'm curious now. You can withhold the other two names, but did you have yourself in the Final Four bracket prediction?
I did not. I actually had myself losing to Thurwolf and then losing to jkoper. I don't know. It was like right around this match too that I had myself losing to jkoper. So
you're going further than you thought now.
Well, you can never tell in these rando tournaments. There is quite a bit of luck involved. There is quite a bit of skill, but there's quite a bit of luck involved too. So, honestly, that's the spot that I thought I was, most likely to. I guess I would be happy if I got to this point. So that's generally where I put myself out of the tournament in predictions, is the place where I would be happy getting to, and I'm happy just to get to the point where I'd be facing jkoper. So, because if you get to that point, then you're doing pretty well.
Also, you got anything to add?
I do not, other than good luck to you, Antlers, on whoever you're facing against next. And please do give both of these runners a follow, as they came out here, took the time, and slammed their wands into multiple enemies for our entertainment.
That is always amusing, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
So with that said, make sure you do follow both of these runners for sure. They put on a great race tonight, as was noted, for our amusement and entertainment. I did put their links in the chat earlier, and for those who are watching on YouTube, rather, their names are exactly what you see at the top of the screen. If you go twitch.tv, twitch.tv, then use a / and then enter the name you see, either jkoper or Antlerz44, just like that, you will get to their channel. You can thank him not only for all the racing they've done in this tournament. Keep in mind, this is lower bracket round 7, so it's been a long tournament at this point. Not only can you thank him for all the racing they've done in this tournament, but you can hang out with them live and chat with them live on their own stream. So come by their stream sometime and check them out. Of course, with that said, let's take a quick look at the schedule that is coming up here not in this tournament. I think for this tournament, I don't think we have anything new scheduled yet. I'm just getting a check on that right now. Nothing listed. So keep an eye out on the upcoming schedule in the near future. There will be another matchup coming up between the creator, Fred Coughlin, and Captain Green 7. That is the only matchup that is really on hand right now in the lower bracket. We're now at the point in the tournament where there's only one match going at a time. Once that match is completed, we'll have Antlers playing whoever that is. And then Fury SK is standing by to face the winner of that matchup. And then we go to the finals, and that's where Adiginos is waiting up there at the winner of the winners bracket to do a potential 2-set matchup to decide the championship. So that's all that's left in this tournament. We're getting near to the nitty-gritty. We're near the end of it right now. So been a really, really great long tournament, long ride, and whoever wins this tournament is going to earn it. That's all I can really say at that point. So with that said, let's take a quick look at the speed gaming schedule itself regarding the rest of the evening. Rick already mentioned one of the items in chat here, but I will bring it up right now myself. There is a Zelda 1 multi-category championship going on between Cake Sauce 3 and Enamel. that is coming up here on this channel in 23 minutes. And that is something you want to look forward to. If you like the randomizer, this is the exact same game, just not randomized, vanilla. So come stay around and watch that and enjoy that. There's also a Bloodborne matchup going on in Speed Gaming 4 if that is of interest to you. And there's a Super Metroid Link to the Past randomizer race going on, combo randomizer. I believe this is a weekly race. Yeah, it's a weekly race going on Speed Gaming 5 right now. Those are the current events that are on. A couple events on tomorrow. Just a quick look at the schedule. I see some Donkey Kong Country 3 early in the morning. I see some more Bloodborne. Link to the Past Randomizer League. They're in their playoffs, second week. And Ocarina of Time Randomizer. Some other events as well. Final Fantasy Randomizer on there as well. So make sure you stick around by following Speed Gaming Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming 2 through 6. You can follow those channels, get information on any races that do start up at any time. And you make sure you don't miss a thing. So with that said, again, make sure you follow our tracker as well this evening. Our tracker was, I'm going to get it in front of me in a second here. Our tracker was Elendar. Make sure you also follow my code. Sorry?
I was about to say, it was Elendar for Game 2 and... What is it? Vodobo for Race 1? I forget exactly.
Vodobo or something like that. I forget myself. I think it was Vodobo. For Race 1. Make sure you follow our crew from Race 1 as well. Our crew was Adaginos and Catastrophe, I believe.
Yes.
And make sure you also follow my co-commentator, also in 999, at his Twitch. And as for me, I am Cyclone or Cyclone GU. And do you have any last thoughts also before we wrap it up?
I do not. Just going to wish everyone a good night.
And I want to thank everyone in chat for watching as well. You're just as important as any of us here. So if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have anything to do except talk to ourselves here, which in hindsight, we're kind of doing anyway just for an audience, which we like to do. So we hope to see you more for future races. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful evening, everyone. And I think we're actually probably going to be staying on air now at this point as we switch over to Zelda 1. So stand by in 20 minutes and you will be seeing Zelda 1 Vanilla, regular Zelda 1 Vanilla racing going on here on Speed Gaming. Make sure you stay tuned for that. If you are watching on YouTube, that will be on a different playlist. What we'll see next on YouTube is another race in this tournament, which is most likely going to be the Fred and Captain Green match. So have yourself a great evening. Enjoy the upcoming Zelda 1 Vanilla. Good night.